Mask of Truth. Part 2. That button's working fine as ever. Lovely gift from our RDM. I should really program it so like I have easier access to the dang thing. Ah well, something for me to figure out another time, I suppose. Let us continue. Oh, end of battle. Like, did I not save? Fug! What? Wiped out? Impossible. Oshtor is supposed to be weak because of his wounds. How did this happen? Which wise guy said Lord Oshtor was gonna be easy pickings? That was Lord Bonconandante. Forget this, I'm out of here. Oh, wait for me! Hey now, welcome! Thanks for sticking. Thanks for coming by. I know you're pretty dang tired, but hopefully this doesn't take too much of your energy. Should we be giving chase? No, we have other priorities. We shall receive the women and children with the elites and tend to the wounded. Ooh, so alright, look after everyone. Oof. As you wish, master. Yeah, so you're getting that motion weird. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but when I do play 3D games, Alice medals for Max both. Shit, you pressing all that money in? Yeah, damn. I'm about to say. Or are you gonna try to max out the Infinity Bow first? Just prep that shit, or are you going for the other one? Lord Oshtor, your elites have arrived, sir. As one trained master, surviving elites gathered and take a knee before me. Now the store one first. That's right. You're Oshtor right now. Be Oshtor. One time changing placement. Nice. You did it? Wait, how? Excuse? You already bought it? Damn, my man, you were fast. My man, you were at 23k like this morning. What the? You have all done well in answering my summons. Or I still have 20. I've never touched them, and if the part of me feels like I never will. Yeah, I have that combo ready to go. I'm just like waiting for like that moment where I have to use it. Still doesn't feel like I do. You all have done well in answering my summons, and for that I thank you deeply. Now I would have you lend Her Highness your strength. Right, like yes, sir. We're all with you to the end. Exactly what we needed. Oshtor's old cohort will bolster Nakamori's numbers and get some wartime expertise in our corner. That being said, there's a big group, no doubt. But I can't imagine there's all Oshtor's men in one place. No, most likely. Make way. Into battle charges Nozari. Lady of Men and Archer Izuruha. The patience of the stamina. Patience of the stamina I have today. Right, wise and clever. Huh? We're right. Here we've been beaten to the punch, dear sister. I'm about to say, I'm having my having Tama just auto verse 10. It's like so easy compared to the other verses around it. Like verse 7, 8, and 9 are brutal, and verse 11. Let's not even talk about verse and verse goddamn 11. Oh damn. Already getting caught up back there was for the best. I think the only tactic I can think of is to use fire damage down or just pure water DPS. Like, there is no other strat. Because like that boss will bop you so damn hard. Right, I had that happen, right? And we managed to out-heal it. Then he did it 3 more times. And I was like, nah, this is just not worth it. You need to have other human players, or else you just cannot have enough reaction. Either that or you just hit like a truck. Ah, Pooey. Thank goodness. Everyone's alright. This ain't shit. Yeah, not worth the effort, my man. Pleased to see you safe. It looks like you had a scuffle or 3. You did excellent work in my absence, Kiru. Oh yeah, the boss after that? My god, I got lucky and managed to room with like a full group of people. They had a nightmare Claire and a sleep, and that was the only way we survived because that boss is just... Thank you. And not to mention the mobs. The mobs were the verse 11 boss. Multiply it by 3. And do it for 2 verses. And like, for two waves. And I was like, nah. The thigh die. Kiru glances down at his feet, then back at the line of rescue soldiers. I couldn't fit them all. Some elites. We never... I see. Though they lost some in the capital, and others couldn't make the journey. But it is far better than I have hoped for. I'm sorry, brother. It is my shortcomings that... No, Kiru. You did more than that was expected of you, considering the circumstances. But... As Kiru looked down on his feet, one of the elites approaches him. Hello, Kiru. Please, raise your head. It is only by your and Lord Ogi's intercession that so many of us are standing here. Yes, it's thanks to you that we made it through here alive. Everyone, they're right, Kiru. Raise your head and take pride in this victory for today. I am just as proud to call you brother. Thank you so much. Brother, we should withdraw back to Enakamui. Victory is ours. We should head back to the castle and prepare a parade and a celebration. Hey, really? We're gonna throw a welcoming party for everyone, right? It's been so long since I had you cooking. I suppose I can ask to use this castle kitchen. Hear that, Shinano? Tonight's gonna be a feast. Feasty! Heroes cast narcotic glances around the assembled group, then seems to notice something will start. Brother? What is it? I don't see Haku with you. Or... Kuan? I have enough time to see Nakane up ahead pull her shoulders slightly tightly at the question. Brother? Hiru looks at me with questioning innocence, and I brace myself for the inevitable. Letting out a hell breath, I begin to explain. Lady Kuan has returned to her homeland. Did she? So suddenly? But why now, of all times? Surely she knows we need all the help we can get. Why? Did come a bit. Oh, definitely. But we don't know that. Wink, wink. Brother? Haku is dead. When I thought to waylay Rai during our flight from the capital, Haku was there, and he did not survive. When Lady Kuan was informed, she took her leave of Enna Kamui and of us. It is due only to my negligence, my failure to protect him. Please, do not be angry with Lady Kuan for her decision. She needs time to process her emotions. Haku's dead? Our Haku? I had to lie to his face too, don't I? The kid who looked up so much hello store. Wait, see? Haku really is gone then. Kiryu's voice cracked, and he bites his lip as the silent rogue sound hurriedly casting his gaze upon his feet. Kiryu, are you crying for me? For the man standing here, betraying your trust so readily? Dear brother, I know. Gently put my hand on Kiryu's shoulder and squeeze assuringly as I can. I cannot apologize enough for what I allowed to happen. But what matters now is that you are safe, Kiryu. Grace will be pleased. We should get him to see we should get you to see him as soon as possible. Yes. I won't ask for forgiveness. I can't. I resigned myself to never getting that when I put on this Arkuga. Yeah, did you know that a special purifier Jin's wife there? What? Damn, that's cool! You know, too bad. Send these goddamn orb. I mean, I guess I can always... No, that's not her half-nightmare weapon, though. I was like, maybe I could try sleep, but... Well, crap baskets. Even Oshtor, it even means betraying everyone's trust like this is the best way. Even Oshtor lives out the rest of his days in deception. That's kinda nutty. Equipment, BP allocation, free battle added. Nice, I get it. Yes. Uta 2 bonus. I mean, not all the bonuses, but I went through the bonus missions, like there's the post game for Uta 2 that I could have done to get way more bonus stuff, including like level up bonuses and stuff, but I don't need to break the game that hard. Okay, let's give him lightning speed. Having more cards than I normally would is already good enough, eh? And Haku can equip 4 cards. I mean, Oshtor can have equip 4 cards. What to give those? Definitely movement, like my god. These twins are busted. They'll be even more busted when they can move half a damn. Get tenacious. Alright, I don't know what to give half these people. I'm gonna have to take my time. Oh yeah, let's make him nutty. And let Cohen knocks the mask off. Oh no. You want that? Ah. Are you sure that's the shmoo, Bob? Okay, wait, that's Atui card. Let's give Atui that. Because I'm gonna send Atui in places she should ought to not be. And then they're gonna get nutty. Give him luck. Let's give him, I don't know, freaking resist. Some of the resist cards kinda garbage. Kinda wish I could like throw away some cards because they kinda trash. Let's see. Desperation or Dire Awakening? I think Dire Awakening. Wait, Jackwald. So let's give him Desperation then. And, Heart for Intonation Heart, and he wins or he gets blocked by her. And then the party, oh man, that'd be great. Oh, and this gives you the ability to unlock more equip slots. Making everybody busted. Bruh. Oh yeah, this game is so busted, it's not even funny. Oshtor is... Everybody is an absolute unit in this game. Like, there is not one really bad character. Everybody becomes absolute units. Ultimately, we were able to push back the pursuers from the capital. With Kiru and his group at our side, we victoriously marched back to Kamui. And wait till you see the friendship. Don't you love friendship? Kiru wants to see Anju himself. So we made the guest lounge for one of our first destinations after returning. You will drown it, Your Highness. Oh boy, friendship! Your servant Kiru has returned to your side. Kiru quietly bows his head as he accepts Anju's trembling outstretched hand. Does my heart to see you good to see your heart free again, Your Highness. Also known as God-killing people. Shh. Anju replied only with a silent smile. Kiru on a brave face, like the Kiru struggling not to let his shoulders hitch. He most likely already knew, but seeing Anju in this condition must be disturbing him deeply. As though to comfort him, Iwaji cut in. Kiru, do not torment yourself for the things you cannot control. You have done well. Today, I am proud to call you grandson. Not only did you save Her Highness's life, but you secured Oshtor's elite and brought them safely here to Enna Kamui. Kiru shakes his head. No, I can't take credit for that. Only my honored brother's planning and my comrades won us today. Kiru, enough. You judge yourself far too harshly. I find your presence to be a reassuring one, I hope you know. That is why I entrust the leadership of my elites to you. Surely you aren't telling me I chose the wrong man for the job. Still, things are shaking out well. With the elite here, thanks to Kiru, the future is looking much brighter. No, we cannot allow ourselves optimism. Nekono is right. The gap between our military strength and the capitals isn't so easily closed. But they are all still up in a frenzy over there, yeah? Indeed. I can't imagine it'll come down soon with the word of coup attempt spreading. We really gave them the what for back there, didn't we? But a vacuum of power remains. Without a viable successor, widespread confusion and disorder are likely to continue. Yes, well, eminently not the case, I am afraid. Okay, did something happen? It's best perhaps that you hear from Kiru. From me? Might as well, while you're here. Her Highness and His Grace will bear witness to your words. What happened to Imperial Capital, Kiru? I understand. My report then. Kiru takes a deep, calming breath and then begins to relay his experience. Where should I start? After you left the city, I guess. Oh, it's about to go down. Are you ready? So that coward Rai has fled the capital? Clearly intimidated into retreat by my ferocious battle glare. That muscle-bound cretin. I can't let him get away and expect to save face. No, no. A large shadow passes over... Oh no. Passes over General Decompompo as he continues muttering to himself. Decompompo. Yeah? What is it now? Nah. The Imperial Guard Mitsuchushi wraps powerful fingers around Decompompo's neck and lifts. Her Highness has yet to show herself. This man is strong. I have canvassed the palace in its entirety. She is nowhere to be found. That thing is worth more wide than Ram's dive. Damn. If my intelligence is right, Utis has gone to ground as well. And the more I consider it, I seem to recall something strange you said. Well, Mikazuchi, what are you doing? Mikazuchi only tightens his iron grasp. What was it you said, Decompompo? About someone not in her bedchambers? I had no intention of listening to your petty delusions, but if you know something, then I would have it. Words, Kerr. Now. Yes, that's what I saw. Her bedroom, completely empty. I see. Then someone's already taken her. That's right. Now please, I really can't breathe. So you have retained the nerve to lie to my face, Decompompo. Or are you so ignorant that you don't realize the offense you committed? Do you mean to tell me vermin like you trod in Her own Highness's own bedchambers uninvited? Decompompo's body produces an uncomfortably heavy thud as it impacts the ground. Vermin tried and true then. I wouldn't dare insult my blade by dirtying it upon your flesh. Alas, catastrophe! What is it now? The troops, the host that we beheld on the gate, is unleashed upon the city. What? A legion doth pour forward into the streets, scores upon men. Oh, lack-a-day, 'tis more horde than army. For mercy's sake, Sarah, would thou see the capital itself host a riot? Taking his giant sword in one hand, Mikazuchi scoffs, then adopts a combat stance. Attempting to incite a riot? In the very city I patrol? These fools value their lives less than I thought. Mikazuchi's building. Rage boils over, manifesting in lightning. Blue-white bolts flash and ionize the very air around his body. Just kill him. Well, that's a touch further than I thought he might go. Well, what are we gonna do? We had to do something about that, don't we? I don't know. You don't know? I mean, certainly I feel a modicum of responsibility, but look in front of you. Neither you nor I can fetter that storm. Better we remain uninvolved and see how the pieces fall. Well, no way! Even more so than the riding soldiers, Kiryu begins to panic. But before he could do anything, a thunderous voice resounds through the city. Silence! Oh, that's... Wait. How can that be? How can she be here? Silence! You stand in the presence of Her Imperial Highness. What? Oh! It's Her Highness! Lo, let us! I call you asking to die? We're giving you much cause for worry, but as you can see, we are unharmed. But your bedchambers, when we... Impudence. It is customary to bow before your liege, is it not? Huh. At Raiko's approach, the assembled soldiers and officers throw down weapons, kneeling abruptly. The square goes all but silent. Raiko, satisfied by the result, nods and turns to his heel-likewise bow. Now, your highness, speak unto your people. We are here to listen and serve. Anju nods and raises a quelling hand, softening the remaining murmurs of the crowd. Now, believe in the love subjects. Your anxieties, your worries, they are known to us. We feel them deeply. And they are not without basis. The man who built and nurtured Yamato, our beloved father the Mikado, has passed from this realm. Under his sacred wing, we were happy and safe, sheltered from the dangers of the world. But now he has gone. While his sheltering lay, we are all parentless. Foreign barbarians may strike at us in this time of grief. Enemies of the throne may arise even from within Yamato itself, seeking to take our seat. And we hear our people crying out, what would become of Yamato? For none could have known our guiding light would someday be extinguished. Obviously this is an Anju. Oh? But we say to you, discard your anxieties. From the shadow a new light springs. So this insane courage should not be. We should be very telling that to her. And our light will never go out, this we swear. Listen well, Yamato. I am Anju, daughter to the great Mikado, divine scion of this empire. And I vow to bring Yamato peace, safety, and prosperity. So lend us your strength. Together, let us gather and forge from these ashes a new Yamato. A near-piercing cheer of approval goes up, resounding through the city square. Voices cry out over the din praise of the new Mikado. Your Highness! Hello, Faith. It's to make poor Maruo's fragile heart swell with joy to see her thus. Whence cometh such radiant such majesty? Hey now, back up, yeah? Did you say your highness? But Princess Anju is... Because you know, she's right here. A ripple of shock passes through the group as the revelation, and as implications, Anju reeling can only produce a strange groan. Iwaju, meanwhile, sinks deeply into a chair as his dirt dots between to swirl. I see. So her highness has been seen in the capital. But that has to be an imposter. The real princess is right here. I know that. Oshtor himself serves her, and I have no reason to suspect a fraud. But we know now that there is a puppet master. Someone wishes to make of her highness' divine blood their own claim to the throne. Someone so audacious that... Well, right. I imagine an imposter princess was their natural recourse. Iwaju speaks his thoughts plainly for everyone in the room to hear. It's Raiko. Problem is, I think, that it's less the puppeteer and more the puppets at this juncture. The remainder pillars have accepted this double as genuine. Have they not realized, or... Yikes. That give everyone else a bad feeling? Ikampopo, sure, you could fool him, but others? The ones who served her directly? Something else is going on here. We have some kind of mutual stake in this false Anju, and the puppet master is tugging all their strings. Not to mention how quickly they were able to produce the fake. Like, the plan was all ready to go, prime at the word of the Mikado's death. The mastermind already had double prepared. If he's the one weaving the web, one wrong move could be the end of us. Would the people even accept a real princess who can't so much as speak, or sit up in bed? This puppet master might have even planned this much. We go public with our cause. Worst case scenario, people will see us as frauds. They're the great empire, and we're the mountain hicks making noise about some royal conspiracy. And Koi loses that fight. Not to mention most actual fights. We're still outskilled and outnumbered. Christ, what do I do with this? What can I do? Options are limited until Manju's throat or starts healing. We need to get her treated. Manju's distracted eyes locked in my own, and I snap back to alertness in my hated dot. Must have let my worry show on my face. I can't let that happen around her. Gently and gingerly, I kneel beside Anju's bed and take her hand in mine. Please be at ease, princess. If scoundrels intend to use your name for their own ends, I'll see them punished and driven out of your city. I promise. Anju's eyes worried at relief at the reassurance. Now, I think we've spotted Her Highness. We'll state matters enough for today. Sure thing, but let us continue elsewhere. Something I'd like to discuss. Very well. Nekone, I leave Her Highness to you. I understand. leaving Anju's room behind. I lead everyone to my office and shut the door behind us. So, with Kiru's debriefing, we stand on unstable ground. The task is no longer simply carving Her Highness's a path back to her seat of power and hoping that resolves the conflict. From here on, any action that goes against the capital's lies will see us branded traitors for certain. Until the rightful princess is restored, we must consider the entire empire our potential enemies. So, should anyone in this room have reason to doubt Her Highness as the royal rightful claimant, or should I say anyone wish to denounce my appointment as general under her authority, I remind you of your freedom to leave. If a single doubt remains, I ask you excuse yourself now. It will be best for us all. I pause to survey the room, and to my relief, not a single person so much as twitches. In Her Highness's stead, I thank you for your service to the throne. I promise you. I will see these schemers in the capital cast out, and Her Highness will be restored to her rightful place. And when that time comes to pass, you will all be rewarded with whatever you wish. Whatever we wish? Indeed, it is Her Highness's will that those who remain at our side in this difficult time will be handsomely rewarded. So, Nozari, you don't have to say it again. Our answer hasn't changed. For the princess's sake, we're with you. Don't get me wrong, I'm not letting the reward cloud my judgment. A good woman knows exactly where her loyalties lie. Where my sister leads, I shall follow. If it means receiving your generosity, I suppose I have a little reason to refuse. Look forward to reaping the benefits. Those who work them Olgi considering his future wealth, I give them each a wiry smile. I get a feeling Olgi's judging me based on what I give him. That doesn't come as a shock. And Lady Verlutier, what do you wish for? I don't want anything, actually. Humble of you, but now is not the time to be shy, my lady. Speak your desires. No, I mean it. Simply being with you all and helping Princess Anju. That's a reward enough. I see. Well, you can think of something more concrete. Tell me at any time. I will. Asui starts to give her answer before I can even open my mouth. Don't you need a reward? Just some good old-fashioned fighting will do me right. Goddamn Goku. Ooh, maybe can I make a request? Can we fight more of those big guys like Varai? That'll be stellar. Young lady, are you forgetting the last time we fought him? She kicked your ass! Oi. What? Come on, big guys, please? I will think on it. Screw that, I got enough of those monsters for one lifetime, thanks. Next is, see a pair of twins. Gaze fixed on me from either of my flanks. No. Yeah, skipping them. Our desire is... Moving on. Kiru! Haku and Ushita died last time. I'm not sure I want anything either. If anything, I want a position where I can advise Her Highness and serve her more directly. Very well. When she has recovered, I will discuss possibilities with her. Thank you, brother. As I expected, otherwise from Kiru. Ah well, you can tell me later too. Last is... Man, I plan on fading out before we got to the your just reward part. I owe y'all too much already. Still, it'll be rude to refuse imperial hospitality and all that, yeah? I guess I'll ask for Shinonan to live happy and safe. That's enough for me. If I survive this, maybe I can ride along with her. Thank you for your consideration. I'll ensure caretakers are prepared and a state made ready for the both of you. Jack would nod, satisfied, and says nothing more. I'd say that's all my empty promises made, but don't think I've made any that I don't intend to keep. No more subtlety. Let's do this. From here on out, this isn't secret roadside skirmishes in the dark anymore. This is war. We're going to take back the Imperial capital. So what is it going to be, Puppet Master? What's your next move? At the same time, expressionless Raiko watches on Bonkonante's grace and bows, nearly kissing the floor. The Kampumpo, his master, is nowhere to be found. The Yes Man and Raiko are the only figures in this room. So, Bonkonante. Yes, my lord. I admit I find you interesting, Bonkonante. For a pillar's adjutant, you've come to court, dressed in fascinatingly pedestrian fashion. If you got insight to offer on this matter, I would hear it. Yes, well, I gave chase to the traitorous elites through the night, you understand? Oshtor's hangers on. This is good. Her Highness will be pleased to know that the rebels are quelled. You know, don't damn well that's not what happened, Raiko. But where, pray tell, are their heads? Lost on the way here, I imagine. Yes, no, I mean, I was this close, you see, but Anna Kamui sent reinforcements, and... Marco's eye bore twin holes into Bokonante's head, as icy as the sweat pouring down the unfortunate man's brow. Bokonante. As though hearing that voice speak his own name were a brief glimpse into internal torment, Bokonante rapidly and desperately resumes. Of course, I fought as fiercely as ever, you understand. It was the coward, the traitor, Oshtor, who won only with his underhanded tactics. Raiko nods graciously to the new impotent excuse Pontanante flailing produces. I see. I believe I understand the situation now. Oh, well perceived, Lord Raiko. Your balance and wisdom inspires. Bokonante's sun bright smile sees the world for only a passing moment. Idiot. Damn. So you not only deployed without consulting your commanding officer to satisfy a personal grudge, but lost to a severely handicapped opponent. Like master, like servant, one supposes. Shit. Bonkinante. Yamato ill needs the incompetent and the vulgar in its upper echelons, would you agree? This guy may be a villain, but he's fitting. I humbly beg my lord's forgiveness. Please, give me any order you wish. I'll do anything. If that's so, well, you're so eager to please. Then, you may serve by allowing me to display your head for all to see after I remove it. Those are your orders. Damn. Damn. When the soldiers see your desiccated skull, they will know the price of failure, and discipline will improve across the board. You may descend the Bokshuri, knowing that yours was a grave a new Yamato was built atop. With slow, agonizing purpose, Raiko draws his blade and turns it to Bokonanante. A moment please, Lord Raiko. With a sudden new voice, Raiko turns his head and scowls. Wudis, you dare interrupt? No such intentions. Wudis inclines his head respectfully to Raiko. But beheading Sir Bokonante will ill serve to keep Lord Dicampampo in line, won't you agree? Rather to interpret the man than to rebuke him, I say. By law, you are Yamato's regent now. And an Owo must sometimes show leniency to win the hearts of its people, must he not? Regrettably, you make a good argument, but I maintain that this man and his master are vermin. But even vermin can be made tools of progress. Seemingly mollified, Raiko relaxes and sheathes his weapon. Begone. If I see your face again today, it will be too soon. Yes! Bokonante gives a hurried final bow and then springs to his feet, scurrying from the audience chamber with a bow-legged grate. Whatever luck it is that blesses that man and his master, it is mighty indeed. But enough of that. You're alive after all then, Oshtor. What are you planning to do? Separated, Oshtor and his hound are manageable nuisances. Reunited. It is true that elites are loyal and powerful. These are points I concede readily, but that is all. Our advantage in numbers remains, and shall be our saving grace. Besides, have we not the superior resolve? Or do you disagree? Raiko looks to Wutis, who shakes his head with a wry smile. No, not at all. These malcontents lack vision. Blindly clinging to her highness's skirt will not avail Yamato to a better future. As regent, I embrace my liege's charge for me. This forsaken, godless future he abandoned us to. Mine is the resolve worthy of overcoming it. As you say, Lord Raiko. Deep inside a craggy mountain range, far from the peaks of Enlakoi. Entua of Yuzurusha lets out a heavy sigh. Once she counted herself among the barbarian clans of her home, but its failed invasion of Yamato has displaced her into unfamiliar lands. Strange fates have led her to the Imperial Palace itself, where a benefactor allowed her to stay as Lady of the Court. And stranger fates have left her here, huddled within a remote and desolate cave. Entua levels her eyes at the figure across the campfire. Her companion, swaddled in blankets of straw, lies motionless. Entua knows his name, and she speaks it to the fire. General Virai. Mirai of the 8 Pillar Generals, warrior of Yamato, slaughterer of ranks upon ranks of Entua's Uzurushan kin, and the man who dared challenge the heavens, attempted to depose the imperious Princess Anju in a failed coup after his liege's passing. In a sense, he is Antua's enemy twice over, once for his crimes against her people, and again for betraying the court that sheltered her. And here he lies, slumbering defenselessly in her presence. Antua has so far spent 10 days in his company. He isn't dead. That much she has confirmed herself. Merely submerged in a deep, comatose sleep. Nurse eyes skates her throat and she mutters, "How did it come to this?" She calls to mind the events of that fateful day. Antua has traveled far on Wolfterback to warn Oshtor in his flight from the capital of Varai's relentless pursuit. However, where her path leads, the road has fallen away, as a swift bridge over a gorge lies in tatters, hanging down to the chasm. It doesn't look like it came apart naturally. Shuffling up to the edge to inspect it herself, Antua reasons that Oshtor or Varai must have cut the bridge's supports intentionally. He peers over the cliff and assesses the drop. The cliffside doesn't rise particularly high, but the true danger she determines is the raging speed of water's flow beneath. I can't afford to lose time. She knows that the longer she is delayed here, the further both Oshtor and Varai will be, and hesitates only for a moment as she contemplates the possibility that she already may be too late. No, they made it out safely. I know they did. Oshtor and the others won't allow themselves to fall to Varai. They rescued Anju and made a tactical retreat. They must have. That is, at least, what Antua tells herself. I need to find some place to cross. Casting all distractions from her mind, Antua reminds herself of her purpose to catch up to Oshtor. She begins following the river's path. Though a significant detour, she ultimately finds her prize, a shallower, slower flowing section of water. This should be good enough crossing. But just as Antua readies herself to brave the waters, putting an odd shape in the river's shallow, she leaps into the water and hurries towards it, face quickly turning pale. "Sir, are you alright?" What she taken for a boulder upon close look appears to an enormous, heavily wounded man. With difficulty, Antua manages to turn him onto his back. Sir, please wake up." What? Snap. Where before he had laid bloody and limp, a trunk-like arm suddenly snaps forward to grab it onto his leg. General Rai, why is he... Hey, let go of me! Not yet. I'm not done. Huh? My fist is not so easily broken. God damn it, this big baby's still alive. Door. I'm still here, coward. Rai's man with hand tight around Antua's ankle in his struggle to find solid hold, squeezing the point of pain and yanking powerfully. Let go! Let go of me! Try as she might to free herself from Rai's grip, Antua cannot budge her trapped leg. Just as all seemed lost, however. Huh? No sooner than Rai climbs to his feet does he begin to wobble unsteadily. Then all at once his massive form topples and crumples to the earth, landing in the dull thud of meat against wet riverbank. Is he dead? Her leg free, Antua hesitantly approaches the fallen pillar's prone body. By stroke of luck, whether good or ill, Antua cannot bring herself to the side. Rai still seems to draw ragged breaths. Only after she confirms this does she finally allow herself to collapse onto her knees, shaken. What happened here? Thinking back on it, Antua reflects she ought to have left him there. Instead, she carried him by Wepta all the way to this very cave for reasons even she wasn't fully certain of. The area will be relatively safe, she reasoned, as no sign of battle ever graced the site where she found Rai. He must have fallen into the river elsewhere and been carried downstream, which means others must have avoided or bested him and are safe. Antua breathes another sigh at the realization, this one of relief. However, she cannot help but feel like she's traded one giant problem for another. What do I do? Just as that courtly mistress Hanaka is wanted in the capital, so too has Antua been branded a traitor. The reminder weighs on her shoulders. Sorry about that. Right. Let's continue. Even now, she resolves she wants to ensure for herself Lady Honoka's safety, to return to the aid she was rendered in a time of danger and need. Impatient, all too aware of her powerlessness to do anything but wait, Anju's heart boils with quiet frustration. Alright. But this man before her, his needs, she can see to. She cannot bring herself to abandon him. The cave she's chosen is well supplied to see to his recovery, possessions near fresh water and small groups of animals to hunt. There's an experience Anju's had before, when her clan fell and holdout remnants were hunted down. Why did I save him? For the umpteenth time that day, she repeats the question to herself, unable to come up with an answer. If he would at least wake up, as though in answer to her complaint, when her eyes fall on Virai. He stirs for the first time since passing out on the riverbank. You're finally awake. Oshtor! Hey! The wounded general springs to his feet and seizes onto his shoulder, slamming her into the cave wall. While she tries to struggle and squirm her way out of his iron grip, Anju's much smaller limbs are like a doll's before Virai's strength. Just as she's certain her soldiers are gonna snap and cave in under the pressure, Virai abruptly releases her. He levels a deep, scrutinizing glare at her face and speaks. Who are you? Worming out of the narrow space Virai had trapped her in, Anju replies. I'm called Anju. I found you unconscious in the river. Stepping back, Virai takes a moment to regard his own body, seemingly realize his wounds have been treated and dressed. But you will recover with time. You are General Virai, are you not? Bruh. You know me. There's no one in Yamato who doesn't know your name. Your face is not a Yamatan's, girl. Virai squints, trying to place her ethnicity, then nods in apparent satisfaction. I see. A daughter of the Uzurusha. To think I had fallen so low as to accept the charity of vultures. Explain something to me, small Uzurushan girl. Why have you not taken my head? Some will reward you in mountains of gold for the trophy. Virai smiles fiercely, but the bold, even brazen quality that typically characterizes her speech is greatly diminished, almost distant. There is no honor in taking a head that has been asleep for the last 10 days. We lost Oshtor for this. We did. Oh. Not just some waif the wasteland, then. He attempts to approach her again, but his wounded body betrays him. He stumbles and falls to the ground heavily. We lost Haku for this. And he's still alive. You shouldn't move around so much, and you should eat something sooner or later. I know not your ulterior motives, girl. But hear me. If you try anything, you will pay in blood. I do not have ulterior motives. Anju cuts herself off before she completes the sentence. Fuck you, Anju. Damn. Right, prone on the cave floor, stares fatly into the fire. Just as we wait a while, I'll start some food and... No food. I do not need it. All I need is Oshtor's head. When at last I rip his grinning skull from his shoulders, then I will let this Akuruka take me. It yearns to consume. That girl is my fate. Anju lapses into silence, watching Virai by the crackling fire, which casts a dark, reddish glow over his face. God damn it, Anju. You should have just left him to drown. This bitch. Rock that, the big baby. My throat's getting all dried out. Ooh, and Sarah are not around. Usually someone's around to make tea. Oh well, some days will be like this, I guess. Verifying that I am, in fact, alone, I rise and move for the door. Kitchen's as closest. Maybe I can bother Relutier for some water. Relutier stands vacantly in the middle of the kitchen floor, preoccupied. Must be brooding over something, knowing her lately. Lady Relutier, is something wrong? Oh, sir, sure. Oshtor. I'm sorry. Do you need something from me? Ah, no. I just came for a drink. You look like something's on your mind, though. Oh, time for espresso. Your favorite kind of espresso. Is something the matter? Well... Relutier glances away as though weighing whether or not to confide and opens her mouth to speak. It's... It's Princess Anju. Her Highness. Have new symptoms arisen? I was told she should be in much better shape than before. Yes, she's been doing better. It's just... Relutier looks uncomfortably at the nearby table. Atop it sits a bowl of mostly untouched food, which someone has clearly poked at and returned. It's elaborately presented, far more so than the meals I usually get, which probably means... Is that Her Highness's? Yes. I brought it to her just now, but she just kept shaking her head and won't eat any. You can't get better if she doesn't eat. I think I get it now. I tried everything, but... I see. I thought I had a good handle on where the princess's recovery was at. I understand how she must feel, but... If she doesn't eat anything, she'll... You're right, of course. Her recovery is an uphill battle even with food in her stomach. Then, if it's okay with you, could you pay Princess Anju a visit, Sir Oshtor? Me? I think you're in a better position to heal her wounds than I am. I wasn't able to comfort her in the end. Relutier smiles sadly. Oshtor would be able to heal her, huh? Yeah, if it were him in my place. I should have taken notice of this earlier. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll go see her now. Please, like if you did. Or something else. Some of the princess's favorite, maybe. While I have the opportunity. Relutier turns to disappear into the depths of the kitchen once more. I'm sure the gesture will touch your heart, Lady Relutier. Thank you very much. This is all I can really do for her, so... Relutier's lonely smile loses a bit of its sorrowful edge as she settles into her work. If you care to wait, I'll get to making something fresh right away. Your Highness, may I enter? Excuse me then. Your Highness, how are you feeling? She gives, of course, no answer. Anju sits in the bed, staring out her window with grey melancholy. I brought you your dinner. I asked for something easy to consume, so I think you'll find the meal pleasing. Present the food Relutier prepared to Anju. I know, Your Highness. Believe me, I do. But you must eat if you want to recover. Please, eat and get better. Fill my words with as much of that sentiment as I can. But Anju just still weakly shakes her head, expression empty and distant. She doesn't want it, huh? All I can think is that the events at the capital must still be hanging over her. Poor kid. Can't blame her. Too much has happened. Taking a bowl from the platter in my hands, I moved to sit next to Anju, putting myself on eye level with her. Your Highness, please. Even my third plea, Anju's eyes remain fixed at the window. But I'm not leaving this room until she keeps something down. She has to eat. And she looks her best when she's full of energy anyway. Taking a piece of food and the provided pair of chopsticks, I motion it to Anju's mouth. But even that is met with looks of disapproval and disinterest. This isn't good. Even a luxury meal like this isn't doing anything for her appetite. Fine then. If you won't eat, then shall I tuck in myself? The desperate line fails to win a response. I take this back. The kitchen staff would just got thrown out, most likely. Don't want to disrespect Relutier by making her watch that. Besides, it'd be a waste of food this good. Haku. Oshtor, my man. Alright, pure meals get checked for poison. I should do that. The enemy spy may have tainted our supplies. Yeah, that's it. I should check for that. That is at least what I tell myself when I reach for the bowl stew. Man, it looks really unpoisoned. Yes, that's totally why I'm doing this. Gotta make sure. I continue to repeat that as I pull off the bowl's cover. The scent that waves up from beneath it quickly treats my nose to a delicious sampling, and Anju's shoulders rigidly out of count one. It catches some too. The movement grabbed my attention, but she still doesn't seem to be so much as looking at her food. Amazing. Can't believe Relutier could throw something this delicious together with such limited ingredients. Relutier really put her heart into making a meal fit for a princess. Impressed, I reached for our next dish. This one too, just the right balance of salt. With a calculated slip of the tongue, I praised the cooking out loud, moving from dish to dish. At the small hesitant sound, I paused. When I look up, I found Anju, red and blushing at realizing she'd drawn my attention, clutching at her stomach. So she is hungry after all. Your Highness, please eat. These dishes were prepared especially with your needs and tastes in mind. Even though she's still red-faced, she appears to nod, finally acquiescing. Slowly and carefully, I try to transfer a piece of stewed meat to her mouth with chopsticks. Oh. Vocalizing her embarrassment, Anju nevertheless opens her mouth to accept a morsel. I can't help but suppress a smile. Small victories. How was it? I have no idea what she's saying, but it looks like I know by now she didn't like it. She looks satisfied. Oh, this doesn't dish next? Following Anju's orders, I help her sample another course of Ruluti's offerings. Feels like I'm a mama bird feeding her chick. Between us, we begin to work out a non-verbal system, and soon every plate is emptied. With a last gentle touch, I wipe Anju's mouth and help her lay back down, and turn to leave. I'll be taking my leave then, Your Highness. And I try to exit, however, a tug at my sleeve stopped me from moving. Your Highness? Fear and boundless anxiety fill her eyes as she looks up at me. Before I am entirely certain of what I'm saying, the words leave my mouth. I'm here, Your Highness. As I have ever been. Rest. No one's going to hurt you. I promise. At the top of Anju's head, as though she flinches in surprise, the exhausting tune takes her and she eases her eyes shut. Only when I'm certain she is fast asleep do I open the door, making my escape quickly and without noise. Now back to work to me. But first, yeah, I should tell Rulutier these empty plates. The castle grounds bustle with soldiers and workers alike, massive bodies swarming busily to and fro. Bored. Atui, lying on her back in the middle of the room, declares her ennui to the world at large. I'm losing my mind over here. Nothing to do? Nobody to fight? This must be a sign from the heavens that it's time to go drink away the humdrum. Atui considers the options as she rolls one away, then to another, then flopping the ground like a limp rag doll. The hell are you talking about? Work, you? Is what I like to say, but we discovered firsthand that having Atui in the work pipeline just slows everyone else down. I hate to say it, but when it comes to things that aren't bloody salvagey, Atui is kinda useless. Having a dedicated combat specialist in what is definitely not a combat environment turned out to be a bigger pain than I thought. Tried to get her to teach and train up the troops while she had downtime, but that, brought its own suite of problems. Oh, story, what's with that face? Atui paused in her aimless rolling about, making eyes at me like a cat who's identified a new plaything. I couldn't help but overhear you complaining, that's all. I'm complaining. I don't have anything else to do. It's killing me here. To death. Krillin floats impeccably beside her, looking as though it had something to add despite its imminent lack of a mouth. You must have had pretty rough, huh, buddy? Spend a moment conversating with Atui's faithful, silent familiar as she continues flailing. As though to grant her choice and fragrant squeaking, she coils towards me, a glint of mischief in her eye. Hey, Ushtor, are you free? Let's do something. Right now, you and me. Let's go out and do a thing. Sorry, I already have plans. Pooey. Having set up to address me, Atui allows herself to flop back to the ground, rewarded. What am I supposed to do then? Oh, just a tick, I think I know. Her face lights up with a sudden smile, and she springs to her feet, abruptly, revitalized. I have nothing but bad feelings about this. I'll train everyone again, that's decided. Yeah, I had a feeling she'd say that. I'm gonna head this one off at the pass. After to train some of the troops once. As it turns out, Atui's form of training is no more and less indistinguishable from actual combat. Ergo, not something I should be throwing my fresh recruits at, for a few reasons. Damn. The big one being the injuries and enormous morale drop that resulted. No casualties, but not exactly a miscalculation I care to revisit. Brought in by Atui's coercion. If you can hit me, you can get a reward. Troops immediately sprung to attack, and I watched them fly left and right as she laid into their ranks. It was a pitiful sight, honestly. She wasn't even trying to lead them on, which is the worst part. All the brave souls. They had no idea what they were getting into. Appreciate the gesture, but the soldiers have their own regiment, and other tasks besides. Let us not risk overloading them. Come on, you don't have to be modest. I got nothing but time on my hands, you know? Please, just know. Modesty has nothing to do with anything right now. Atui twirls her spear end over end, eyeing the nearest window, all but ready to pounce outside and find something to stab. Hey, I said they had a regiment ready. Put that thing away. Oh, but I was getting ready for action over here. Just when I thought I found something. I sense something is gonna taste an F soon. The question is, who or what? Atsui flops back on the floor and resumes her back and forth rolling in dismay. If I leave her like this, she's gonna head off on her own and cause trouble before long. Ah well, nothing for it. We're officially winging this now. I'll make up some crap up and see how long it keeps her occupied. Then maybe this. Would you care to come along on patrol with me? Patrol? I mean, it's better than nothing. If nothing else, I'd like you to have a grasp of the geography when the time comes to fight on our own soil. Oh, I guess you're right. The girl could get herself lost. Not exactly the open ocean up here, is it? I was so bored I forgot the important stuff. Alright, patrol time then. We can't patrol sitting here all day now, can we? As we seizes me by hand and drags me along before I can get a word in edgewise, setting off in full tilt. Jiggle-ching. Her ridden trail stressfully behind us, jiggling all the way. Easy there. You don't have to hurry so much. The patrol route's not going anywhere. Best to strike when I'm nice and fired up over it, right? Iron's hot and all that. Atsui's still holding my hand, only speeds up. Okay. Just don't pull so hard. Of course, there aren't really that many places to patrol. We start with the castle town square. Huh, busier than I thought. Residents and uniformed soldiers alike all seem to be pitching in for the war effort. I mean, I was the one who ordered them to, but... Goodness, it's a frenzy out here! Atsui's looking around, somewhere between bemused and baffled. Hey, Oshito, are you super sure I shouldn't be working with everyone? And there's the question I didn't want to answer. Ugh. It's just okay. She's willing to work. Anyone else, I put her to work. But when she has zero non-fighting skills, well, there's a right person for every job. That's fair, I suppose. Everyone's working hard to shore up our defenses. Look around you, they're digging moats, reinforcing gates and doors, stockpiling in case of a siege. So I should be helping them out with that? And you, Atsui, are the right person for the job of where arts of war are concerned. I need you to be high alert until you are needed. So please don't stick your nose anywhere else. Did you forget what a disaster your last attempt at helping turned out to be? No, she didn't even notice, come to think of it. She hung around the kitchen to try to pitch in, and when I came back to check on her, the looks of horror from Luthier and her staff's faces are going to be seared in my memory for a long time. What did she even do? Alright. I feel bad sitting around when everyone else is giving it their all. Maybe I'll go help out Ruli again. No, you won't. I need you on standby for emergencies. There's no doubt in my mind she's trying to do good, but even when I tell her off directly, she's inevitably gonna find havoc to wreak. Please, just don't. Please. Oh, thank goodness. No one's taking a nap today. Next is the auxiliary barracks. Lead the way then. Nakane is showing me the castle grounds. Today we're inspecting locations that will become more important during wartime. With Kiryu and the elites back in hand, I can start seeing our offensive capabilities as well as defensive. Cripes, who am I even kidding with all this? I feel like I'm barely even having time to familiarize myself with anything. Nobody in this country expected any of this to happen in the first place. Castle staff are beyond on edge. It's like everyone here is a good shove away from an anxiety attack. Dear brother, is something wrong? Oh, that's nothing. Damn it, can't let it show on my face. Focus. You're Oshito. Imperial Guard of the Right. At Nakane's prodding, I hastily fixed my expression, composing myself just in time for a familiar face to round the corner ahead. Oh, Oshito, Nakane, is it family walk time? We remain. With Master's own mind and body is our loyalty enmeshed eternal. Where he leads, we shall follow forevermore. The fact that Nozuri only called out to Nakane struck a nerve. Twins are suddenly sandwiching me harder than usual. Hey, you two, stop. Enough. Of course, they do nothing of the sort, which earns a dry laugh from Nozuri. Seems like you're gonna have the same problems Haku did with the Oshito. I very fervently hope not. Fearfully, I glance towards Nakane. Her mood seems to be worsening by the minute, but then, foul moods are nothing new for Nakane. She replies bluntly and plainly. We are not on a walk. Yes. We're in the middle of inspections. Our internal structure seems to be lacking a few respects, so I'm building estimates. I see, sounds like an undertaking. As a part of this process, if you have something you need, just please say so. I will do my best to help. If that's so, I'm not really sure I have any complaints about life here, but maybe? Is there something? No, I don't think so. It's probably not a good idea to ask of you right now if you're busy. I see, if you say so then. Dear brother, we should go. Yes, of course. Another time then. But if you insist, one thing has been on my mind. It's that, you know? Notary gestures as they're rolling something invisible between fingers of one hand. Can't really decipher what that is if you don't elaborate here. Necklace apparently just lost, tilts her head in bafflement. In other words, I mean that, right? That. What's a good word? Self-enrichment. Lady had a problem. Yeah, that's it. Enrichment. Something like that. Enrichment? For a minute, my actual speaking voice slips through my bewildered state. I quickly cover Notary's eyes again. That is a very broad request, you realize. Well, for example, want to enrich our spirits and we have them stimulating amusements like back in the capital? Stimulating amusements? You mean like karate show cards? Or show matching? Not quite. Something more exciting if you catch my meaning. Winking slyly, she repeats that strange gesture with her fingers, then it clicks into my head. She's mimicking a roll of the dice. What are you talking about? Gambling? Of course not. Where did you get that idea? I never said gambling, just something. All I'm saying is it'd be nice to have some kind of enriching game to play. Same difference no matter what word you dress it up in. I'm thinking about it. She did spend a lot of time in gambling parlors back then. Shogi is enriching, and its widespread popularity ensures you have never won for an opponent. Have you considered picking that one up? Shogi, eh? I'm not really a fan. It's not because I'm bad at it or anything. It's just not my kind of game. I just like something a little more dynamic. A game that's fast-paced and thrilling, with stakes, punch, and... Ozui launches into a speech, despite neither Nekone nor I prompting her. I choose to exercise polite patience and let her finish before I reply. Well, I suppose the shogi was never meant to be a gambler's game. Exactly. We need that kind of stimulating... Shoot, a leading question? Of all things to fall for? Dear brother, has she not realized her princess is completely blown? I won't be so hard on her. At any rate, I was thinking, we gotta have some place people can go for entertainment. I'm afraid we have little option. There's no law forbidding stakes or betting at Ennakumui, but the culture of moderation here is such that there are no dedicated parlors. That's exactly it. Not a single gaming hall. Gaming, yes. Well, there is a similar place where that same sort of thing goes on if that's the game you're craving. There is. The elderly use it often. That's not what I'm talking about. That place is something totally different. I understand what you're asking. It's just not something we have the resources for. I'm sorry. I know. I just wanted to mention it while it was on my mind. Though I do sympathize. Next to a metropolitan offering to the capital, and McCoy's got a slim pickings for entertainment. Yeah, they consider it though. Okay, it's a game, I'm not asking for anything fancy, just something new, you know? I'll distract him some kind. New, eh? Dear brother. We still have yet to finish our inspections. Yes, you're right. Coming. Nekone unsubtly reminds me of the duty at hand, and I take a step back, disentangling myself from the conversation. Can't stand here and talk all day. I was interrupting, I see. No, your thoughts are important, Notary. I will consider your proposal. Gambling part is definitely not gonna fly, but the enrichment part is definitely worth thinking about. Can we mull it over? Notary breaks into a smile. Then I'll look forward to that. Still smiling, Notary turns to leave. Her tone portrays low expectations. I'll think about that later. Right now there's work to do. But man, the more I think on it... Never noticed until Notary mentioned it, but she speaks the truth. At Nakamui, last pastimes and amusements we taken for granted before. Moreover, the ones that are popular seem to be fairly simple. Isn't that Nakamui lacks culture? Its culture is just as aesthetic as its pure nations. That's why they're popular interest in hobbies. If it were you, would you want the mastery of an idle game, or a valuable life-building skill? Which would you pick if you can learn only one or the other? Well, the skill, of course. Ah, I get it. You see now. My brother mentioned something like this once. He gave out useful technology or teaches people skills and rewards for jobs well done. They accept just such a gift, I suppose. Given the choice, a wise replicant would take the useful, widely applicable knowledge over a plaything. Precisely why things here appear so simple at a glance. The Mikado's work, relics are at work, yes, but typically not in leisure activities. I see. Is something wrong? Just thinking. Mostly what she was saying before that, enrichment part. If that's so. By her clear disapproval, Nekone seems to nod nevertheless. Master? I tug at either of my sleeves, I turn to find the twins, both looking unusually eager. Nope, I'm not gambling with you. You're just gonna intentionally lose all your money, so you get away with offering your flesh or something. You know? Well perceived, Master. But again! Some things never change. Suppose there's some comfort in that too.
良くも悪くも以前と同じだから気も楽だがやっとできた
Finished. Not my best work, but they'll do.
こんなもの
As the light of the next day glares into my window, it falls on the items I've spent the night making. I smile in satisfied admiration.
これはな
I actually didn't do any shabby with these. Nah, not bad at all.
いいで
In my hand sit several small cards, fanned out to display various drawing symbols on them. A voice interrupts my final quality check. Well, paint me shocked. Stony, grum-faced Oshtor showing human emotion. I was starting to think that mask was rubbing off on you. Well, I mean, Notary, do you need something? Not really, just thinking about our talk the other day. You left looking like you had some kind of plan brewing, so... I didn't think you already had something, but I wanted to stop by anyway, just in case. Well, well, you came at a good time. I just put my finishing touches on these. What are they? Bending out the cards again, I offered them to Notary, who sets out and scrutinizing my artwork. The colors are very vivid, and they're a little small for Karata cards, though. They're similar to Karata. These are called Hanafuda. They're for gambling, actually. Oh. Magic words spoken, Notary leans in to hear more. Sold on the outset. I think they're starting to get it. So each card has a picture, and different pictures have different values? That's about right. But you don't want to just amass random cards. You're trying to create a Yaku, a combination of specific ones. And there are all sorts of Yaku. It takes a degree of strategy. You can't just declare Koi Koi and push blindly ahead above a hand. Here, it is called a Tsukimizake. By going for broke and aiming for high-scoring Yaku, you can turn the tables even from a losing position. I see. The pick comebacks are possible. Interesting. By the time I step through all the rules in Yaku verse, she's completely hooked on the Hanafuda game Koi Koi. Oh no. Notary smiles brightly and begins reducing her coin purse. Careful now. Surely you aren't going to bet on the outcome of a game you've never played? Sure I am. Keeps me on my toes. We can play low stakes. Just a nice tab for the drinks. Yep, definitely getting the feeling she just wants to gamble. Guess there's a harm in a low stakes game though. Finally giving in then? Let's play. Taking my silence for consent, Notary snatches up the deck and begins to deal Hanafuda cards. Some hours later. Groaning in frustration, Notary looks between her hand and the cards between us, seeing another defeat swiftly approaching. Can't I blame her for feeling fed up after so many losses in a row? She was doing well at first, but then she hit a big Yaku early and got the wrong idea how easy it was to assemble them. After losing several times, she started aiming for nothing but high-risk, high-reward Yaku to try to make up for the difference. Another one for me. Again? Another decisive Yaku, no less. Notary's jealous is palpable. Why can't I win? What am I doing wrong? I told you, you're banking on the high-scoring Yaku too much. They don't come up as often. Now, are you satisfied? One more game! It was one more game, several games ago. This'll be the last, I swear. That's not the first time you said that, either. Besides, I believe that was the last of your money, wasn't it? What? Hearing that, Notary frantically turned the coin purse inside out. Damn. All that fallout on the tabletop are flakes of dry dust. What began as a betting night's worth of drinks has become a month's worth. I'm actually a little impressed. Well, like I said, you only just learned the game. I don't think we have to count tonight's betting. No, I'm not taking your pity. I haven't even lost yet. That, definitely is up for debate. You don't seem to have anything left to stake. I admire your tenacity, but this is just stubborn. Then how about this? Woomph. Rips off her sash and slams it onto the table, eyes wild. I bet this smash. What the hell is she thinking? Techniques she used to make clothes like Notary's are time-intensive. Each one has to be woven and stitched by hand. Getting an entire set of matching clothes together is no small feat. The rich can buy their clothes outright, of course, but still a significant investment. The fabrication process takes a long time. One's clothes can be considered representative of one's wealth. Valuable enough clothing can even be used as collateral like this. Yikes, now is not the time for that. Notary's belt is a masterwork as garments goes. The sash part is embroidered with golden design. Artisan's touch, undoubtedly costly. And this could be a slippery slope. I remember hearing how some of the capital's gambling parlors kick out stark naked clients who feel foolishly. Bet it all. Don't tell me she's one of those compulsive types. Damn it. There's no way I'm gonna get through her and the state is there. Very well. I'll stake all of my winnings thus far. We'll both begin with 20 coins. Winner take all. Is that agreeable? You're on. And this is the last game, for real. Psyching herself up, Notary reaches for the deck and begins to deal once again. Oh well, didn't think I had to do this, but I guess I'll lose on purpose. She's so invested, she's not gonna stop until she wins. Nothing I can say right now will change that. Falling aside, I accept my hand from Notary and begin to play. It's gonna be tricky. If I let up too much, she'll see through me and figure out I'm throwing the game on purpose. Which I doubt she'll like. Gotta keep the margin between the scores narrow. I'll make sure she finishes with a small lead. I'll do it. Oh man, how the hell did I win over Goku by half-assing it the entire game? Alright, that ought to end it. Not yet. It's not over. I did say someone was gonna get an F. I thought it would be someone else, but no. But you said it was the last game. There, I'm sticking down. Let's play. Oi, I'm not even gonna say anything. And yet somehow... Why? Why? When in the world was she... Oh. Oh no, once... Again. But I should have been able to take that one. Continue to rapidly lose items of clothing as her deficit grows, determined to make her back her losses fairly. 1 second. Let me just... Yeah. We're heading to this territory. Notary stares at the fan card in her hand, flabbergasted. Then silent passive, and she sits frozen, considering. Then all at once she grabs a fistful of her waistcloth and yanks it gruffly off. Not exactly burlesque, but her cheeks are bright red all the same. Alright, that's enough. It's only a game. We can try again another night. I'm not embarrassed. The good woman is poised, graceful, and takes these things in stride. Sure. Northern takes another of her broad, dogmatic bluff and fire in her eyes. I'm not some flustered virgin. Losing a layer or two is nothing to me. Not to put a hole in your argument, but you're kind of down to your last one there. This time I win. Look, it's alright. You win. We don't have to keep going. Shut up. Victory is never given. It's earned. That would be a really inspirational quote in literally any other context. No. Look, I don't need that. You can put your clothes back on now. Fearful and frustrated, full of frustrated flurry. Notary hooked her thumb at her last remaining garnets, fluidly tearing them off. What? How dare you call my resolve that? The scrap of clothing in Notary's hand sails across the room and smacks me in the face. The lingering body heat only makes it slightly more awkward. Awkward. Not what I meant. I don't exactly have a use for your clothes. What exactly am I supposed to do with all this, Notary? Silly me getting all carried away. Letting my emotions run hot like that. Not becoming a good woman at all. That's right, a good woman. Notary's entire posture seems to shift as she repeats her mantra. She straightens, proudly sticking out her considerable chest. Yes, even dressed in rags. A good woman's heart shines like gold. That's great, but you're not dressed at all, in rags or otherwise. Phew, think I cooled off now. Thank you for calming me down. Yeah, there's nothing cool about the situation. In fact, your face is heating up even more than before. Yes, you're a very good woman. The best. Now please, put these back on. Push the bundle of garnets in my arms into Notary's torso, covering her whether she wants to be covered or not. Appreciate your concern, but a good woman must have pride. Can't accept your charity. Rather than charity, there's me having absolutely zero idea what the hell to do with you. I'll play today. I shall return to challenge you again, card shark. You're gonna try. Where you go? I still have your clothes. Before I can get a word in edgewise, Notary stormed out of the room in full splendor, leaving her lost in the pile on the floor. She really went down in the buff. Damn. Damn. I'm barely sure she hit the sound of someone leaping up in shock, hitting a wall, rolling down the steps in a good speed, colliding with a shelf, and then failing to avoid a falling vase. My boy. But never mind all that. What the hell am I gonna do with all these? Then he finds what notary left behind in my room is gonna be a huge misunderstanding. It's not like I can run after her with them. The hell do I do with your clothes, lady? You the heck out of me? Pew. Lady Relutier, what are you doing? Oh, Sir Store. Everyone seems so busy, and there aren't really any staff to do it, so I took it on myself to help clean. I see. The war effort is demanding everyone's attention, so... Thank you for your help on the home front. Yes, if there's anything more I can do, please, just tell me. You're still not really looking at all that healthy? This could be a problem soon. Just remember not to overwork yourself, Lady Relutier. We need you too much to have you to get fit now. I'm not overworking myself, I promise. As long as I can help, I'm alright. Ew, cripes. Decisions to make and mounds of paperwork to review. I turn my back for 1 second and it just piles up. I wish I could afford to just take a goddamn break. As soon as my shoulders droop, twins appear from nowhere, bearing vitalizing tea and massaging hands. If they could just handle the secretarial crap for me instead, that'd be great, but I insist on sticking over to this. As I take my break and try to in vain to relax, a voice comes at the door. Excuse me? Sir Oshtor, are you here? Lady Relutier, can I help you? At Relutier's call, I straighten and pass the twins a nod. They clear the tea set and return to their positions in the shadows, waiting to be beckoned again. I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I just thought I'll clean your room if that's alright. I can come back later if you're busy. Oh no, I don't mind. Come in. Excuse me, then. The door gently slides open and Relutier shuffled in with an apologetic, almost vacant look. I'll be careful not to disturb you. Don't worry about that. Do as you will. Relutier silently begins to tidy. As I slowly make my way through the mounds of paper needing my attention, something occurs to me. Relutier continues to work, showing no signs of slowing down. Hey, Relutier. Yes? That area isn't used often. You don't have to polish it so, intensely. Is that so? If you like, I can have the twins assist you. That's alright. Lady Relutier. Yes? You know you don't have to do a perfectly exhaustive job. Yes. Yeah? So that's not why? Man, I can't get a read on her expression. It's almost like Relutier really isn't here and her body's just mechanically puppeted along, going through the motions. Your mind away? No, that's not what I meant. I just can't help but notice you're being very thorough. You're just doing what I can to help. That may be true. By the pace you're keeping, you're gonna plow right through the whole castle in a day. This isn't about helping out, huh? Come on. You don't have to push yourself. Perhaps a little work every each day? There's no guarantee that tomorrow will come. Oh. I feel anxious. Anxious? Yes. If I don't keep moving, or keep myself busy somehow, it's like something inside of me is going to claw itself out. That feeling of living, even a single day, no, even a moment in vain. Guess you could call it a kind of regret? I regret. I should have acted the way I wanted to. I never want to feel that ever again. And that's because of the war? The possibility we may not return from the battlefield? If you like, for my reward, so Oshtor, my wish is something that's always been beyond my means. If it's not too much to ask, please, just allow me to do as I wish. It would help me. If that eases your anxiety. I suppose there's no harm in that. You've always had your freedom, my lady. The halls are yours. Yes, thank you very much. I'm leaving Oshtor's home for a last. Oh, shoo. So, Oshtor, have you taken ill? Oh, Lady Relutier, no, I just seem to handle the cold poorly when it sets in at night. I hope that's the case and not sickness. The weather here is much colder than it was in the capital after all. Perhaps you are right. I should start wearing more layers if I want to keep my health. If that's the case, Sir Store, would you mind stopping by my room? I've come to Relutier's room as requested. Now what? Alright, could you stand just there and lift your arms for me, please? My arms, like this? Yes, and just hold them like that for a moment more. What? Okay, watch the hands. My pits are ticklish. Feels the shape of my chest, then my thighs, and holding a string of loose fingers. What is she doing with all that? Excuse me again? Just speak. Hey, Relutier, are you taking my measurements? Yes, or rather, I was. I'm finished now. See, and what are you planning to do with them? I was thinking of sewing everyone some juban. Juban, huh? We're helping the cold parts of the empire. Extra underclothes will probably help. Recommended us Anju. We didn't have any time to pack any clothes when we fled the capital, so I thought, as long as I'm making one for her, everyone else should probably use an extra layer. Sure, they'll appreciate the gifts, but everyone, you planning on sewing them all yourself? It's all I can really do to help, so you do a great deal already. The cleaning, for example. During the day, yes, but at night? Perhaps it's rude to say so, but I need something to keep myself occupied. So if I make Sir Oakstore, shall I make yours first? I will be grateful for that, but you're certain you won't be extending yourself? No, I'm alright. Besides, filling my empty time like this, having distractions is nice. Please, let me do this for you. Very well. Do as you see fit. I will. Thank you. Still, she says she's fine, but I can't help but worry she's straining herself. Maybe I can ask some of the court ladies to help her. So, sure, is there a color fabric you prefer? Not particularly. Then I'll use my own discretion then. Just like that, she's already pulling supplies out of her trunk. She's later focused on making these juban. I'll leave you to your work then. Yes. Thank you for stopping by. Not at all. Sir Haku. What color would he have liked, I wonder? What would have looked best on him? Oh, Rulu. Rulu! Ah! Mother. Am I called? The now familiar woman raises her head. That's aroused. My voice, Oshito? Is that you I hear? Yes, Mother. I have meant to come sooner. Saying my posture, falling into Oshito's stolid, foreign voice. Is everything alright? You should be working, shouldn't you? All is well. While things remain peaceful on the home front, the country has no need of its general. Oh, enough of the humility. I heard of your heroics in the capital even here, you know? Well, some of those rumors are exaggerated. If anything, my failures. Don't talk like that. You did a very honorable thing, and there's no shame in it. And I led you here. Home. Everyone is resting just a little easier knowing that you're here with us again, you know? But enough of that. Let's coax you out of that old castle today, Carefully, I loop a basket from my arm and present to her, full bursting with freshwater fish. This morning's catch was especially bountiful. The fishmonger is presenting me with some of its surplus, so I thought I'd bring it by. My. With that, she breaks into a pleased smile. Yeah, I suppose I'll make salt grilled. You have some time, don't you, dear? Stay a while. As Mother moves to rise, I put my hand to her shoulder gently, non-verbally asking her to stay seated. None of that now. Allow me. Oh, start cooking for me? I can't remember the last time I had a meal you prepared. I'll leave it to you then. She looks happy. Suddenly I'm glad I came. There, oh, sigh of relief I think back to my exchange from Nekone this morning. A visit? To see Mother? Yes. But Nekone's tone is doubtful and no with firm resolve. She lives on her own, and with this disability, her eyes. It only seems only natural that I would try to visit and take care of her when possible. I'm sure the neighbors will help her. But it will probably put her mind at ease to have family around. That may be true, but if she finds out the truth, it would be disastrous. For us. For her. Beat it as it may, I think keeping my distance from her will be unhealthy. Perhaps, but there is nothing to worry about. I just want to give her some peace of mind. Sooner or later, I won't have the time to do this. I'd rather not regret missing my chance. I want to do everything I'm supposed to, as the man I've become. Dear brother. With some difficulty, I sprinkled the fish meat on saw and began preparing it. Mother speaks of wistful nostalgia as I work, clouded eyes turning vaguely towards the kitchen. Ah, now that I think back, you used to cook for us quite a bit before you left, didn't you? All that practice meant I was never at the mercy of battlefield rations. Of course, my skills still pale in comparison to yours, Mother. If it wasn't for my sight, I'd have come with you to the capital. I'd have taken care of you. Nightly home cooking, dear. Consider it. Perhaps. All the same, I'm alright as long as I know you're doing well for yourself, Mother. I know that. But if someone were there to take care of you in my place, at the very least, Nekone seems to my needs when I forget myself. I suppose you're right. She really does look after for her brother, doesn't she? I worry about her. For all her brilliance, that child's stubborn streak will make nothing but problems for her. That's all I can do is hope she'll find someone who understands her. Mother turns to me suddenly. Come to think of it, Oshtor. A little bird told me you have quite a few eligible young ladies in your retinue. Don't be shy, dear. Anyone special? No, I... Pause for a moment, gathering my thoughts so I can answer clearly. Right now, I don't really have time for any of that. I don't spare much thought for it. I see. Mother falls silent for a moment, seemingly reflecting on my answer, then speaks. It seems I'll have to live a little bit longer then. No shuffling off from me until I have a grandchild to hold. That's decided. As long as you're taking care of yourself. Oof. That was delicious, dear. Finishing off her plate, Mother stealthily tries to rise with the dishes. Mother, please. I'll clean you up. I'll clean up. Oh, how scandalous. The Imperial Guard of the Right, washing my dishes like a manservant. For I am Imperial Guard, I am your son. I'll massage your soldiers? Shoulders. When I'm done with the dishes. Bleh, my tongue. My, picking a massage? What's come over you? A queen of mine is well worth an art. I think I could imitate them well enough. Mother squints at me with blind eyes, then breaks into a smile. Well, I suppose I shouldn't look a gift wrapped her in the mouth now, should I? Mother, you can say if I'm pushing too hard. It's fine, dear. More than fine. I feel very good. She replied with a sweet, relaxed voice. If there are any other stiff places, please tell me. Before I can finish my thought, she cuts me off. Oshtor? Yes? Did something happen? You were always a considerate boy, especially towards family, but why all this attention so suddenly that... She finally figured out? No, it doesn't seem like it. Square my posture again before I respond. Right now, things are peaceful, such that I can afford to spend time with my beloved mother. But this peace is only temporary. There will come a time when I cannot make these visits as easily. So I wish to do what I can now, before that time comes. Is that it? She looks directly at me, as though unfocused eyes can penetrate my mask. I feel my very heart freeze in my chest. A son worries for his mother. That is all. I see. Her voice carries a note of disappointment. Mother says nothing more, but that in itself is agonizing, the silence twisting my gut. That's right, she has to stay in the dark. It will be easiest for her that way. And I'll see to everything that Oshtor can't do for her anymore. That's the least I can do to atone for my sin, my terrible deception. Mother? Oh, what now, dear? Why have you not had your eyes examined? But the apothecary already... I think a second opinion may be in order. Please, if nothing else, it will ease my worries. Well, if you say so. Hearing me say that, I stand and circle her to the front. Let's go then. Goodness, right now? Best to live in a moment, is it not? Here, lean on my shoulder. Mother hesitates for a moment, seemingly deliberating on whether or not she should accept. Nekone told me your wounds aren't fully healed yet. You shouldn't push yourself, are you sure? I can hardly call myself general if I can't even support my own mother. Mother sighed with resignation, capitulating and leaning against me to steady herself. You never were the type to give up once you had to set your heart on something. Let's be on our way, Mother. Damn it. We're back to him again. You're still awake? Intua's voice breaks the silence of her eyes' meditation before the flames. You shouldn't be doing that. It's not good for your body to push your limits like that. Are you trying to bury us in here? and to hang their head in aspiration and ride waist to waist an errant boulder, all but pulverizing in one blow. Within, however, her dots run a different course. An ordinary person would not be able to make a recovery this dramatic this quickly. Is it his natural vitality, or is it some power of the Akuruka? Still not enough. Huh? As I am now, I cannot slay Oshtor as he is. Nowhere near enough. Ignoring his laments, into a approaches Ryan and inspects him. Show me your wounds. You probably reopened some. I knew it. Fresh blood. Please hold still while I change your black bandages. I do not understand. Understand what? You heal me. Nurse my wounds. But neither of these are because you wish me to fight in my full power. Nor do you seem the sort to curry favor with servitude. What scheme are you hatching, girl? I'm not scheming anything. Bah, so be it. Whatever your reasons, you may remain. I will have you witness me in my way of life, for now. None of that matters to me. Carefully, Anju transferred a stew of seasoned burnt meat from a sizzling pot to a bowl. Here, you should eat something. Rai accepts the bowl, shoveling down the food as though it's little more than fuel for the fire inside him. This flesh, this blood, this water. All of it I will shape into the fang that will pierce his breast. All you need to do is wait, Oshtor. This man's wounds heal. Anju tries not to think about that grim prospect. The crackling campfire casts unwavering light over the pair. Anju, meanwhile, begins to lose herself in nostalgic memories. Memories of wartime, going on expeditions to foreign lands, pitching her tent next to her father's on the field, and of the Esther, straightforward life she once knew with her father. The warrior's path, lived amongst fellow warriors. What are you looking at, girl? Nothing. Enough of that then. Bring me more of this stew. Have you no self-control or discipline? Why should I deny myself food that pleases me? Just wait here then. I'll bring more for you. The following day is busier than usual for the protectors of Nakamui. Under a crisp blue sky, Oshtor's confidants gather for his uncertain purpose. Master, all have been summoned. Is something wrong, Oshtor? You got us all up off literally. Care to share why? I'll explain in due time. That's all of us, I suppose. I've gathered you all to address a long-standing problem. We have places to plan and talk, but no proper training grounds as of yet. This war is likely to escalate. Talk about raising more troops, we should be working our own combat skills if we hope to survive. As it follows, I would like to suggest we stage a mock battle together. Such circumstances are close to real combat as we'll like to find. Mock battle? Ooh, fighting? Are we fighting to the death? Huh? Are we? No. I mean... Mock battle's conditions are similar to real battle, but this for practice only. Please show restraint if you would, Atui. Oh, pooey. Oh boy, sounds like a good time, yeah? No holding back even though we're allies? Now's the time to prove your manly vigor, Kiru. I'm cheering for ya. Sure. Thank you, Shinanon. How are we assigning teams then? We have prepared straws. Those who draw red go naturally to red team. White straws go to the white team. So when no one knows who their allies really are until we draw straws? Oh, I'm in. This sounds like fun. Fascinating. In other words, I may end up as my own sister's enemy. Hee, who am I gonna get? Fighting Jackie will be a good time, but I really want to go around with Oshtor. Oh, bless Atui Karunankami. Please let me fight Oshtor to the death. Wait, please. Please, no. Just stop looking at me like that. So, Oshtor, it's nothing. Shall we begin? Damn, their team's stacked. But we have Rulu. Atui Nankami, please let me do Oshtor to the death. I feel like chill run down my spine. Hold on, I'm too used to battle being quicker than this. Let's see what I can do. Where be? Battle movement fast. That's good enough. Let's see. Don't need that. Don't need that. Let's do this. Can I? Nope. Not enough seal. Shit. Alright. Gotta be careful with their team. Oof. Should be winnable though. We do it patiently. We take their... Doge! Doge! Oh no. I want to fight you too. Please be gentle. Alright, Kokopo, let's fight. No, no. Kokopo, control yourself. Everybody wants a piece of Kokopo, but they cannot handle the burb. I can't relax even if this is just training. I had to make sure no one realizes who I am. Oh, with you, Storm? Ooh, I'm just itching the scrap. Oh, I suppose I have no choice. Now it's time to show your skills, Ogi. Of course, sister. Nosy seems as energetic as ever. Perhaps I should learn from her. You're a meanie. You're being a meanie, Neko. It's your fault for letting your guard down. Truth be told, sister, I'm glad to be on your side. Doge! Oh no, Atui's going to water favor? Damn! So, Storm? Something about him feels different. Retreat, Kokopo! Retreat the heel another day! Alright, finish. Atui! Phew. Let's end this battle here. Man, with this wins, this is much easier. Hey, boss. Let's you and me have a match, yeah? Indeed. Good luck to the both of us. Jack Wald, you too? Ruti, are you alright? Yes? Kokopo protected me. Oh, that's nice if no one really care. Doggy, shall we? Yes, a brief match should be quite bracing. Wynn's favorite, drawing too close might have been a bad idea. Ah, really? Yes, it would be difficult if I was blocked. Finish him off! Dang, he's popping off. And another one bites the dust. Most educational. I dare say I'd like to do this again. Man, Kokobo is just destroying Ozari right now. Like, my god. This is not even fair anymore. Those two hit harder than I thought, yeah? Kokobo isn't just your average heron bird. This is where it gets interesting. Oh, Kokobo. There we go. Divine will. I was even holding back there. Not bad, yeah? Kokobo, finisher. Ew, that was a good workout. Indeed, mocked though it was, I was able to fight with refreshing vigor. It was lovely. Oshtor, your thrusts were so intense. I could feel my body reacting to the excitement. What a rush, like my tummy was getting hotter and tighter and... Stop. Please, don't do this to me. As if thick, heavy weapons struck our bodies, the impact of its breath, how they turned the pain into exquisite pleasure. You were on my team! There's the face of our master's lust. And you two, stop trying to top her. Think about what you say before you say it, damn it! Anyway, think I got a little too into it, yeah? We've got to be safe when we do this, or things get spin out of control pretty quick. Yeah, here's the point. Not to be the one thing, but I didn't think everyone would let loose like that. For a minute there, I thought this was gonna end up in disaster. Hey, brother? Well, yes, by crossing blades, we're able to learn more about the others. You may find things you learn here arriving in true battles. Yes, it helps to know a lot to know how everyone fights. I may tea, everyone. There are lunch packs as well. Shall we eat? Y'all have been working so hard since this morning. You must all be hungry. Much appreciated. I'm starving. Really pulls through again, just like I expected. Look at you go. Very well, let's call it here. You can take the day to rest. Here it comes, Kiru. Say, Shinanon. Come on. I gotta support my big soldier man somehow. Well, I appreciate the thought, but why are you looking at me? Something wrong? Oh, nothing, I don't suppose any of you kids brought the good stuff? Oh, no. I'm sorry, I didn't bring any liquor for you. Fear not, we arrived prepared. Our master's private reserves, let us partake. Wait, when did they find? I suppose I'll allow it. Just we fly together and now let us just drink and sing together. Building camaraderie is important. Training grounds are now available. You can do mock battles. Both enemies and allies earn EXP. And by win, I get BP. Very fun variant of grinding. Okay, let's see who we're dealing with. Ooh, this might be... okay. They have a healer, we do not. This is gonna make things a little bit weird. Oh wait, Haku can heal. Or Oshito can heal. I gotta work on that. Keep on calling him Haku. Oshito has healing. We're good. Just gotta take things nice and slow and make sure no 3 shows Ogi the what for. Yeah, this seems like a sniping. Whoa, how strong are these barricades? Oh, skill tutor. Oh crap, I do believe Kokobo has Intimidate. Oh no. 6th sense, damn. Kokobo is just at the arrow doger, huh? This is not the best spot, but alright, let's slowly take out. There we go. Okay. Oh no. Oh crap. I do believe. Yep, Kiru stuck. Alright. Gotta buff himself. Alright, we gotta take out whoever we can. Damn! I did not realize Kokopo was this freaking busted! They're all just bullying poor Kiru right now, what the hell? Haha, damn.
終わらせないと。気が抜けない。我が弓からは逃れられんぞ。
Yeah, I gotta take out Chalkboard, otherwise can't get Kiryu out.
どうだ、蹴散らしてくれる。撃だ。
じゃねえの。
いい的だな。
応戦する。気合い入れるぜ。よし、まだ強くならねばならん。悪く思う。見くびるな。まだ終わってない。
Buy as much time as you can, Kiryu. There we go. Battle Spirit it is! And then a third turn! Jesus. I do believe Kiryu was a dead man. He tried his best to hold on. Oh, you gotta be joking.
いい的だな。
行くぞ。流しそこで眠るよ。
You think I had a fighter to lock us down? Oh no. Oh, Kokobo screwed up. Kokobo screwed up.
私に任せるがいい。体がほぐれてください。
よし。さあ行くぞ。よし。
Beating on them. Right. If Lute had stayed where she was, she could have locked Atsui for a bit longer. Have Nekame show up and give unlimited heals. My gosh, this could have gone awfully. What? Let me...
獲物はどこだ？撃だ。いい的だな。
さあ行くぞ。
Nekame.
よし。
遠慮せんでええや。我が熱き思い、しかと見よ。
I'm surprised she didn't summon Shikigami.
体がほ、我が志はさら心を入れ替えるがいい。
Victory. I have received word from one of my spies in the Imperial capital. Tension hanging in the air. Elgi announced the first item of the morning meeting. Do we know their movements? Elgi seems unruffled as usual, but he takes a slow look around the room to make sure everyone's paying attention after him when he speaks. Impossible, who calls himself Anju, has succeeded the throne of the Mikado. The inauguration was held at the Imperial Palace, and the people rejoiced, or so say our reports. Oh dear. So they actually did it. Anju seems overcome by shock, unable to accept that imposter sits on her rightful place. I don't get it. What's going on? We have Her Highness is here. We know Her Highness is here. How could they have a fake on the throne? Usurped as it seems. But still, this is too fast. Usurped? Oh, I see. Yeah, she's been usurped, alright? In other words, they have claimed the authority of the Mikado for their own, effectively stealing it from Her Highness. Right, that's it. That's basically what I said. Judging by our reports, seems like even the citizens of the Imperial capital saw it as funded. Owen continues explaining his analysis of the situation in Nosari and the rest of us. Every people rejoiced, I'm sure. Only upon hearing the indirect news of her crowning. It will seem that the new Mikado does not parade by the city or speak directly to the people. They choose to perform the compulsory ceremonies in secret, avoid all the duties involving the actual capital and its people, or so I believe. Quite right, I see. Doesn't sound like Nosari is completely grasping the implications, but the rest of us, including herself, furrow our brows. Sounds like a bit of a rush job for a ceremonial succession, huh? They prioritize making the first move over following traditional steps. By assuming the throne now, they seek to establish that theirs is the true Anju. Which means that even if we go about claiming our princess is the real deal, it'll make it harder for other countries to believe us. We should have made our moves the instant Kiru gave us his report. But since the princess couldn't do much in her state, we were paralyzed. I suppose it's only a matter of time until the Imperial capital issues a formal declaration that we are traitors, using the Mikado's name. Your Grace, we must not let them distract us from the truth. They are the traitors, with the false Mikado, and justice is on our side. Realizing how the words hurt Anju, Iwaji bows his head in apology. Oh my, I did not mean to cause such distress. My humblest apologies. Still, we are in the worst case scenario. This has shaken everything up, not just for us, but the soldiers, the people, and even other countries. We had to come up with some kind of countermeasure. We're gonna be cornered. Only the princess could give orders herself. It'll bring this country together at least. Anju carries her head lifelessly, overwhelmed by all she has lost and the helplessness of her condition. Both Oshtor and a false princess. Just fakes and nobles on all sides of the stage. Just sounds like it should be a comedy of errors. Excuse me? Soldier enters the room, whispers to Kiru. Brother, I'm sorry to interrupt the discussion, but someone wishes an audience with you. Kiru looks to me, though his expression is doubtful. Who is it? Thought it might be some urgent news for our campaign, but instead the prefect Kiru speaks the name that freezes me in place. Well, it's a merchant, but he has a letter of introduction from Koan. Me? What? That's a complete sucker punch. In contrast to me, struggling to stay composed, Relutier smiles while Nakanai looks tense. It's Koan. Will you see him, dear brother? Well, it's true we need to do something about this issue of succession. It's something we can afford to rush. Reminding myself of that, I swallowed my anxiety, then stand up, looking at everyone. We shall continue our council on the first princess in the afternoon. I'm sure you all need time to think on your own. Order a couple expressions of relief among the group. Q, show this merchant to the audience chamber. Understood. At a time like this, I thought she'd just send some ordinary merchant. A merchant, eh? Wonder who it is. I've told Relutier to help Anju back to her room so she could rest. The rest of us go meet with this merchant. Eventually, the soldiers escorted him. The man before us is slim, well cut even. Smiles wildly as he greets us. A distinct pleasure to make your acquaintance. I am called Chinkinaro, yes? Ah, it's our Hazama. He has aged quite a bit. Even as he bows his head and introduces himself, the man never stops smiling. Here, Loa Koan is responsible for your being here? Yes, indeed. Miss Koan is a most valued customer. I heard from her that you are looking to acquire certain goods and supplies, so I came with what I could cobble together on short notice, yes? Looking to acquire, huh? It's true, we need resources, plans, information, everything. In other words, we know we're in bad circumstances, or so it seems. If we know our situation, then that saves us the trouble of explaining. What do you wish to sell us? Oh, truly, nothing terribly special today. Saying this, the man opens the chest he carried in, and began laying its contents out on a table. I can hear sharp inhales of surprise and admiration from all around me. Sister, this cloth, what do you make of it? This is... no way! Masu weave? How did he get such a valuable fabric? I would love to. Oh no. But it is a bit showy, but I mean, still. Wow, this is that special liquor from overseas, isn't it? I always wanted to try some. This is an excerpt from an ancient history book. Where did he find it? I smiled wildly, noticed all the girls so absorbed in its wares. All genuine, and of the highest quality, wary of presenting to the Mikado himself. These two spent most of their lives seeing my brother get this kind of stuff. They say it's real, it must be. Still, I figured she was from a rich family, but I didn't think it'd be this extreme. I see, I suppose you must have spoken with Koan. If you wish to place an order, I can stock most things. I deal all goods apart from slaves, my friend. Simply my personal policy, yes? For instance, food and weaponry? Most assuredly, my friend. I do my best to fill all orders, yes? He bows crisply, without replying without hesitation. So he's prepared to supply a war effort. Oh, and this came by Miss Koan's recommendation. The man withdraws a small bottle from his sleeve. For even the sorest of throats, one simply drinks this tonic and presto. It heals in the blink of an eye. Very soothing. Very soothing. What? The room suddenly goes quiet. Everyone's eyes are on the man and the tiny bottle in his hand. All the while his smile never fades. And the cost? The medicine was requested by Koan, then it must be able to heal Anju. I can't afford to hesitate. Well, to be honest, I'm afraid this will be quite expensive, yes? Saying that, the man pulls out abacus, deftly flicking the beads back and forth. Does this sound like a reasonable price? Come on, that's just taking advantage of us. We should start the abacus and lower a few beads. How about this? Terribly sorry, but I have a business to run. Shakes his head and reverts the beads. Try lowering the beads again, though to a less degree than before. But once more, he flicks them back immediately. No, honestly, the only reason I have this is by Miss Koan's personal requisition. Meant to come by, quite rare. I may never have it in stock again. This price is the lowest I can go, my friend. No personal profit left, yes? You could just be saying that to jack up the price, but I can't argue with that. I have no choice. Can't afford to lose this medicine. Very well. I will take it at your price. A distinct pleasure doing business with you, yes? However, your payment will come later. Oh well, I do not normally do business on credit. But for a friend of Miss Koan, what do you have in mind for security? Myself. Yeah, everyone hold their breath at that answer, but Chikanaro only remains smiling. Well then, how much would you say you are worth? You are the merchant here, are you not? You must have an eye for appraisal, so praise me. Well, well, you certainly have me there. You aim to measure my abilities as a merchant, then? Rumors painted you as a strict fellow, the very by the book, but this... I think you're far more interesting a man than they say, yes? Well played, I yield. Medicine is yours, my friend. What do you mean? The truth is, Miss Koan gave this medicine to me directly. Her intent was that I give this to you upon my arrival, but I thought I might have a bit of fun with you first. In other words, you tested me. Perish that, I wouldn't presume to judge you, my friend. After all, this may be the start of a long business relationship. I merely wish to know what kind of sort of person you are. I meant no offense, yes? And of course, I will be working as well. Ah, you needn't worry. I plan on making a tidy profit myself, yes? He's a slippery one. As always. First I wish to test the medicine. Wait here for a while. Certainly. Relutier, can you come with me to see Her Highness? Yes, let's hurry. Ooh. Medication, eh? Prince Anju here. Prince Relutier offers the medicine in a cup and offers it to Anju. Eh? I've tested it for poison, you needn't worry. She seems reassured by my words. Slowly she brings the cup to her lips, tipping it back. Is this really gonna do it? We're grasping at straws here. Princess Anju, you shouldn't try to push yourself so suddenly. Maybe powerful, but the effects will not be instantaneous. Rest for now, and we shall see the results soon enough. Must be going. Lady Relutier, take care of her, please. Yes, I understand. Anju stares peeing at me as if she has something to say. Thanking me for my efforts? Asking when she'll be healed? She must have so much to say. Right now she should rest and wait until the medicine kicks in. Bend down and look at her in the eyes. I've only done what a vassal should. I look forward to the day I may hear your words again, Your Highness. She nods rapidly, over and over. I remind her to rest once more and then leave the rest of Relutier. When I get back to the audience chamber, I see the merchant's been prospering in my absence. I should do it, yes. I look forward to doing business with you again. I have to hand it to you, mister. You're good. Can't wait to see what you got next time. Utawarerumono beams in her arms a mountain full of bottles, practically a tub's worth of foreign booze. How many of those did she buy? As I stand there aspirated, Chikanaro seems to relish my arrival. And so Lord Oshtar returns. How was Her Highness? I can't say yet. We had to monitor her condition a little while longer. Chikanaro politely bows his head. Is that so? Well then I should be going now. I should be get back around the time Her Highness will feel better. I shall notify Miss Koan that I delivered the medicine as requested, yes? Koan, right, Koan. Chikanaro, I believe it was. I have one more question for you. Yes, by all means. What is the relationship between you and Lady Koan? The document bearing her recommendation says you are a trustworthy contact. A handwritten representation with Koan was all I need to believe him, but there's no other information there. Chikanaro speaks again. His smooth talk turns to more serious tone. He seems reluctant to discuss the particulars. Ah, well. Humble's apologies. Lady Kwan gave me strict instructions not to say anything on the matter, yes? If I'm too loose with my tongue, you see, I may lose it, or worse. Ah, you wouldn't mind keeping that secret as well, would you? I see, so be it. After seeing that pitiful expression on him, I can't seem to bring myself to push any further. As we've been talking, Nekone's appeared around my side again. She holds out a scroll. The inventory I asked for? Yes. She handed it to me expressionless. I skimmed through its contents, rolled back up past the Chikanara. And this is... I had a list of items we'd like to order. Appreciate a quote as soon as possible. Well, well, thank you very much indeed for your patronage. I shall be more than happy to assist. Equipment, food, clothing, medicine. I see. You fine choice, sir. Yes, I am counting on you. See, I'm going to be quite busy indeed. Now I must be going. I'm looking forward to a long and fruitful partnership, yes? Despite his words, Chikanara seems carefree as he leaves the room. Nosri watches it go, clearly dubious. I just can't get myself to like him. I see, but he did not do anything particularly suspicious. You believe he's simply a shady individual? I don't know. He seemed like a normal man at first, but there's something odd about him. I feel like he's more than he appears. Something odd, He's humble, but not subservient. Before you know it, he has one hand shaking yours and the other hand in your pockets. Given his sly nature, she feels that there's always something he's hiding from us. That's the core of my sister's complaint. That about sums it up. He makes the back of my neck feel itchy. But we can hardly deny the value of the merchant. If nothing else, he should make a fine business partner. That's true, but... There's a nosary. Nekone's gaze lingers on the door Chikanaro exited from, her expression doubtful. Whoever he is, I doubt a simple merchant will be able to safely travel alone in these dangerous times like these. I think it's only natural to suspect him. It's unlikely, but he may even have forged their sister's letter of introduction. On top of that, he may even what? No, it's nothing. I may be imagining things. Nekone seems a little troubled. We can make him talk. If you order it, we can still catch him and make him speak. No, don't. It would do him harm and nothing comes of it. Maybe a mistake we can never recover from. In the end, it's hard to tell whether he's friend or foe. What we know is he's a man with connections and valuable resources. As long as he helps our cause, it doesn't matter what else he is. Go on. Guess she's saving us even now. Dear brother, I will report today's schedule. Yes, please do. In the morning, you will examine our political correspondence in your office. In the afternoon, a war council and training. Then an inspection of the castle turrets and stockrooms, followed by a visit to the fields. In the evening, a consultation with some local samurai. His grace will be in attendance. You will close the day by hosting a party. All of which are vitally important to our future. Yeah. Don't you think that's a bit much? What is it now? Could you maybe... Yes? Oh, nothing. Nekone turning into a rebellious teenager. If there's nothing further, I will appreciate it if you got to work. I will help as well. You finally halfway there. Think I can handle this. Dear brother? The signature is wrong. I will make the document, so try again when it's ready. I understand. Still, while Nekone does call me dear brother, he still feels very cold to me toward me. Not really angry or aspirated, just indifferent. Well, I don't blame her, but it gets a little uncomfortable when she looks this blank. Even worse about Aruru and Sarah around. Where did they go anyway? Are they trying to be considerate, or are they saying we need to solve this on our own? I'm trying to force her to smile, but it'd be nice to see the old Nekone back, even just for a moment. Nekone? What is it, dear brother? It is a bit stuffy focusing on nothing but paperwork, is it not? Perhaps we should take a walk to refresh ourselves. We will be busy long into the night. We do not have that kind of time. You're right. Need a more important excuse. How is Her Highness doing? If she needs snacks, then... Her Highness is doing well, but I do not believe we should excite her unnecessarily. Didn't even get a chance to finish. First, you need to do your job. I know, but how about we have some tea? I'm not thirsty right now. I see. Then are you tired? Dear brother, you do not need to worry about me. I only wish to perform the role I must. There's no other wishes, truly. No other wishes, huh? That doesn't sound good. You're going without hoping for anything. You're getting different to living. That kind of attitude is dangerous. Need to do something. Maybe revolve something she's interested in? Oh, I know. Nekone, you were interested in Elenscript, were you not? I definitely saw her ears twitch and she stopped writing. What about it? Her tail's wagging. Jackpot. Come to think of it, ever since we arrived here, Nekone has been teaching me how to read and write and how to draft documents. On top of that, even how to act as Oshitor. Be fun to turn tables, just this once. This boy should do it. Perfect. Perfect for what? I will make a simple chart, just watch. But first work, your duties. I'll make a chart of the hiragana syllabary. A-E-U-E-O. There. Oh, script. I'm sorry if some of these symbols are familiar to you. They are. But I don't know how their meanings. It isn't really a matter of meaning, it's merely a base for a word. There are 50 characters like this, you just have to remember pronunciation. Next is Kakikukeko. 50 symbols you said? Right. And they come in divisions of 5? Also yes, 10 columns. Well that's about that much. What's wrong? What comes next? Huh? Hurry up and write what comes next. Ah, this is research. With your sister gone, it may help us to have someone other than you who can read Eld script, dear brother. Now that I think about it, Koan objected to her studying it, huh? It's forbidden knowledge in this country, so teaching it to someone else may put them in danger. Dear brother. Yes, next. If you're worried about the taboo, you may put it in your mind at ease. After all, this will hardly be the first taboo I've broken. Alright, then I'll teach you all I know. Yes, of course. Dear brother. Oh. Damn it. Oh. God damn, the adventures aboard Atui. Yawn, huh? Oh, Lady Atui. Why don't you stop sleeping and get up? What? Oh, storm, morning. Is it time to eat already? It is not, in fact, morning. It's already noon. Ah, pits. That time already. I was only planning on a teensy little nap, really. Don't tell me you've been sleeping here since breakfast. No wonder I didn't see you. Well, it's awfully warm today. Great weather for napping, right? Feel as though you've been giving me that same excuse and lying around for a few days now. You're feeling ill, are you? Oh, I'm fit as a fiddle, pet. Don't blame the sunny weather for being so nap-worthy. Don't blame the weather. It's more laziness than I should rightfully tolerate. Besides, looking at Atui flop around without care in the world. Nope. Now that I think about it, why are you in my room? Did you skip work to come play with me? Ooh, we can go out for some drinks? No, I've come to check in on you. I've only seen you in mealtime lately. You don't seem to be doing much of anything else. Really? I haven't just been sleeping, you know? I've gone on walks and gotten drunk. Not exactly what I call productive. You've always had a fairly lax lifestyle, but it's gotten worse since reaching Ennamakui. Do you have anything else to do? Not really. If anything, my job today is to sleep. You used to be so aggressive before, at least, when it came to things that you were interested in. I don't feel that passion from you anymore. Did something happen? Not really. It's just there isn't much around here getting excited about. Perhaps you should go look for romance like you used to. Surely that would be a more worthwhile use of your time than endless napping. I don't really feel like it. Well, that is different. I did try looking for a good man here, but I just can't find a man that makes me forget the weird achy feeling in my chest. Well, it's true that folks here are mostly rustic, self-earth types, not the kind of men who gives to eat butterflies. This is boring. Before she could even finish talking, Atui's eyes droop. She looks like she's nodded off already. This is the most lazy I've ever seen her. If only I had some way to get her excited about things again. Gaze just to Curran, who's floating aimlessly around the room. Well, why don't you tell her? Because she won't listen to me, that's why, and you've known her longer, haven't you? Oh, don't be like that. You can try, at least. Ever since his master became a lady bum, I feel like I've been understanding Curlin more and more. Oh, that's right. Atui suddenly bounced up, a complete turnaround for a dull drums a moment before. Oshito, I just had a brilliant idea. She's got a pretty enough smile on her face. Why does it feel like it's nothing but dread? Can't offer my help in this idea of yours, but I will be happy to hear you out. It's like this. If I can't find my own love, how about I help with someone else's? Oh dear God. Oh dear God. No. This feels familiar. Bah, whatever. In other words, you are going to assist someone with someone else's romance. I have plenty of experience, so leave it to me. I'll have a couple together in no time. Just why? Or just what makes her think of this stuff? Plus, since it's a matter of her heart, I'm sure that weird feeling will be gone in no time. Every time she ends up rejected, I end up drinking with her, and then she's back all of a sudden. Where does she get that confidence? Utterly oblivious to my anxiety, is practically glowing with enthusiasm. Now, I gotta hurry up and find someone else to help out. Any ideas on who will store? Sorry, but I'm no expert in romance. Haven't the slightest. More importantly, I don't want to get involved. I see, you can't see the thread of destiny, huh? Poor thing. Just leave me out of it. It's better than getting wrapped up in another mess. I apologize, but I don't think I will be of much help. I guess Ruby and Neko are out. Ruby's still carrying a torch for love. I don't think she liked this kind of sort of thing. And dear old Neko's only got eyes for you, unfortunately. Out of nowhere, the twins appear and latch onto my arms as if to demonstrate for Atoi. That's just us. Yes, we require your help in this field, Lady Atoi. You two have something a little different from romance. Too bad. Even if we are ignored, we shall serve you at any time, Master. Few of us sound disappointed, but being content and staying stuck by my side. Meantime, Atoi's face is getting gloomier and gloomier. I know very well, she doesn't need help. She's more interested in a good streak than a good man. Whereas you go for both food and men with the same terrifying hunger. You just ain't thirsty Goku without being hungry. Maybe Ogi? No, he's just a big old mystery. Who else is there? Atoi mutters absently to herself, and all of a sudden, her face lights back up. Oh yeah, there's Kiwi! Kiru, huh? Well, I am so worried about him, but I always thought so. You can tell he loves Neko, but he can never get the words out, can he? That's awfully irritating to see. You know what? I think I'll go give him a little push. This will not end well. Don't you think so too, Oshtor? Kiwi ought to confess his true love. Well, I suppose. All she had to do was talk about this stuff, and suddenly she's back to life again. I don't get it. What do you think? Brilliant idea, isn't it? Well, I'm on the case. I suppose. Do you please then. My indifferent response doesn't seem to faze her. Ooh, you're in too? Now I'm getting all fired up. Now, how do we help him? We gotta think of a plan. Taking my reply as agreement, Atsui starts excitedly brainstorming terrible ideas. She's perked up, but it isn't quite how I was hoping would happen. Hope she doesn't cause any trouble. Hold on, did she just include me? Alright, let's get going. First off... Wait, sorry, but excuse me. Ah, brother, so there's where you went. Kiru. Bad timing as usual. Last chance to run, Kiru. I take no responsibility for what happens next. Oblivious to my warning, Kiru moves closer as he speaks. Ogi wanted to speak with you about profession, so he's ready to meet you in the office. Ah, Kiwi. Good timing. Atoi, what are you doing? Kiwi draws in panic as Atoi bounds in for an aggressive hug. I was just about to go and call you. Can we talk? We should talk. Talk? Sure, I suppose. Oh, too late now. Poor Kiru. Hey, so why didn't I tell you what you really think? Huh? Wait, what is this about? I've been wondering about all this time. You just never ever come out and say it, so it's been irking me a little bit. What? Oh, don't play dumb with me. I already know. Don't tell me you thought it was a secret. Play dumb? I really don't see what you... What I'm saying is that I want you to tell it to me straight. Kiri, you love Neko, right? Me? Neko, ne? Finally realizing the tone of the conversation, Kiru's face turns several shades redder. Well, it looks like Neko herself doesn't realize it, so how about it? How about it? There's really not much I can say about it. It's just a one-sided thing anyway. But you like her, right? So why don't you confess your love? But... Kiru's eyes dart around looking for an answer. Oh, but you liked her for so long. Haven't you made any progress? Don't be absurd. So you won't confess to her? You know, if you like someone, you should really just tell them. I couldn't, but I'd be happy to have her as a friend, and it's not like she'll respond favorably. Oh. Besides, Kiru was speaking with a couple nervous glances to me to check my reaction. Oh, huh. It's hard to come out and say that you like a girl when her brother's sitting right there. Anyway, I think it's still too early for me to confess. Oh, you have been planning something. So what's the hold-up, pet? Kuro says, fidgeting bashfully, his voice fades into a vague mumbling. That's, sort of true, but I mean, it's just that, Kiwi? But you have a point, so maybe I should, but, oh no. Oh shit. If I do it now, then maybe. No, wait, it could still be too early. But then again, it could work out all right now. Maybe. Being cautious has helped me so far, but maybe being bold will be more effective? But that will be a big risk. Huh? Atui, what's the matter? If you tap the desk that hard, you're gonna break it. Finally noticing the sound getting exponentially louder, he speaks up to Atui. Hey, come here a sec, would ya? Huh? What is it? Can't think of changing Atui's demeanor, Kiwu asked very hesitantly. This is not good. She's pretty annoyed. Got aside of Atui, perhaps you'd say her true self. Her overbearing murderous aura is overflowing from behind her smile. Hey, Kiwi! Atui reaches over and grips Kiwi's shoulder tightly, but speaks with unsettling softness. You see? I don't think you could afford to be indecisive. Huh? Things like this don't end well when you let them stretch out too long, isn't that right? But really, it really isn't the right time. Kiwi? Damn. Raw malignant energy is pouring from Atui, to an extent where it's pretty much impossible to miss, practically warping everything around her. That's enough, you can leave it at that. Brother. Oh, sorry, it's rude to butt in. We're having a very important chat. Don't say that. If you try to force this on him, it'll only bring him stress. But I think you are rushing things. If you're going to help, sure. Surely you can think of it, do a little more. You have all that experience, do you not? After we finally release Kiwi's shoulders, though she pouts in an apparent show of protest. Is it really alright with you? If I, Nekone's choices are her own. It's not my place to interfere or judge. As long as you treat Nekone well, I have no objections. Brother. Alright, now you've gotten permission, let's go confess to Neko. What, didn't we finish the conversation? Well, still ends up like this. Don't worry. Besides, I figured out why you can't manage to get close to Neko. You see, you don't have enough courage. Courage, but you really shouldn't worry so much about the little things, pet. It's not very healthy. You don't have enough courage, so you look everywhere but your destination and see all sorts of problems. That's no way to do things. Time to pull yourself together and take that first step forward. But don't you think that's moving a bit too fast? Come on, come on. You can leave everything to me. You just need to tell her your feelings, that's all. The secret to love is putting your soul in that first step. I speak from experience, pet. Experience? That approach hasn't exactly worked for you, Atui. Wait, Okay, it's okay. Just leave all the details to me and wait in the courtyard. Oh, this is gonna... Oh, the F's. The F's are... No. Ah, no. Atui steps to the door before returning once turn. If you run, I'll be cross. Right. Atui leaves quickly and Kuririn floats after her. Kiru stands in the middle of the room, distracted by all that just happened. I don't know what to tell him. I should get back to work. Olgi was waiting for me, you said? Brother? Kiru casts on my sleeve, hanging on to me. Kiru, I had to meet Olgi. She doesn't have the words, but I can see the pleading in his eyes. Fine. I will attend to this first. Better. Kiru's face immediately reddened like a bud bursting into bloom. Seeing that, I'm left with no escape. How did it come to this? There she is. So wait, just like I said. Atui and Kiru watch each other from shadows. I asked the twins to summon Nekone. Oblivious to the situation, she waits patiently in the courtyard. She came after all. Look at the energy. Atui's so alive right now. Hard to believe she's been lying around all this time. Everything's in place now. All you have to do is say your part. Kiru waggled his tentacle in a strange, vaguely encouraging dance. Big Kuririn's cheering for you too. Hang in there, Kiru. Come on. If you fail, at least go out in a bang. At least it'll turn out fine. Failing's exactly what you want to avoid. My stomach. After all, I've done this for your sake. You're going to run? Well, our boy left. Atui grips his shoulders, facing him down with a smile that can only be called psychotic. Kiru doesn't have a choice in the matter anymore. It's a sad sight. Just because he happened to be caught in Atui's whims. Don't worry so much, you just gotta say one thing, tell her you like her. But what, just like that? My heart, it's not ready yet. Stop being so wishy-washy, we're going to be like that. See an ominous gleam in Atsui's eyes, and she rises out of the bushes, starting to walk in Nekone's direction. Hey, over here, Neko! Yeah, wait, what are you going to say? Well, since you can't summon up the backbone, I'm gonna ask Neko what she thinks of you. You're just dragging your feet, so there's the fastest way, or will you make up your mind? Please, please don't. Kiru, practically in tears, frankly tries to restrain Atsui. That ain't working, Bob. Then will you go do it yourself? That's what I mean. Please, wait! Oh, which is it? Decision time, Kiru. They say even the Mikado can only suffer 3 insults before he loses patience. I wouldn't try to test mine, okay? You're not that patient. There's pride still around the second insult or so. Yeah, I get it. If it just end up coming from someone else, then I wish you'd be more confident about it. But oh well, good luck. Okay. Atsui gives Kiru one hearty slap on the back, sends him out the bushes toward Nekone. He seems incredibly nervous. Nekone? Kiru, good timing. Have you seen Atsui? I hear she called me out here, but I don't see her. You see, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. Will you listen? You wish to talk? By all means. You see, I know, Kiwi, just a little more. Atsui chairs to Kiru, finding the urge to jump up and help him. Kiru shuts his eyes tight, taking a couple deep breaths to calm himself down. What are you doing now? Where's Atsui anyway, huh? Uh-oh. Noticing us, Nekone walks this way. Atsui, there you are. Dear brother, what are you doing here too? Well, this is how do I put it. Neko, no, over here, over there, look! There, what are you talking about? Oh, no. Nekone draws closer to us, looking even more baffled than before. Okay. Nekone, Kiru finally nods, resolute, clenching his fist, he strains his posture and speaks. I love you. All this time I've had feelings for you. If you would only let me, I'll be happy to be by your side forever. Just... Yeah, I'm just gonna... I know this is not the perfect time for me to say all this, but just wanted you to hear it from me. You can give me any answer, and I'll understand, so... Kiru waits the reply, head bowed and eyes shut. Is that so? Huh? Kiru lifts his head in surprise. Before him it's not Nekone, but Shinano, who was just passing by. Huh? Wait, Shinano? The implications hit Kiru immediately, and as the confusion and anxiety sets in, he starts looking frantically around. Well, I like you too, Kiru. That means it's gotta be true love. No. Huh? Whoa, that's so. You got more passion in you than I thought, yeah? Still hitting my little girl. You got a good eye, kid. Jackwell standing behind her, smirking widely like he just seen something hilarious. Kiru looks towards us, still paralyzed in that flabbergasted expression. Kiru? Nekone? That's how it is. You like Shinano. I had no idea, truly. Shinano's still young, but she is a good girl. You should take good care of her. She's like 3. No! Neko, is that all you had to say to Kiwi? Whatever do you mean? They like each other. I think they shall make a fine couple. You have my congratulations, Kiru. I shall pray for your happiness. Oh. 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 No. Oh, Nekone. Wait. I'm sorry, dear brother, but I was in the middle of an error for his grace. I must be going. Pardon me as well, Atsui. She's gone, Kiwi. This can't be. Kiwi falls to his knees. Even Krillin has no words. Well, It was a joyous moment, the birth of a brand new couple. Actually, no. Hey. What feels so lovely after a good deed? It's a good thing I was around to help. Sounds a lot like to me. Are you ready to dip? Hey. Now I'm done my work for the day. I'm getting a bit hungry. Ooh, already lunchtime. Wonder what's on the menu for today. Ruli's cooking is always so lovely. Wait, Lady Otway, are you just gonna leave him like this? I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Now I better go save my seat. See you later. There she goes. Bandage ship again indeed. Or I could even call out to her. Otway is gone with the wind. Kiru. Can't do a lot, but I'll be glad to be your lady. Man, I'm jealous of you kids, yeah? Guess all I can do is hope for our happiness, right? Oi, Jacquard. Echo. She now is happily clinging on to Kiru, who has collapsed in a lifeless lump. Looks like it was right after all. Turned out to be nothing but trouble. Oh, we're gonna fix this one. Well, at least none of this is my fault. Yep, I'm totally blameless here. Right? I have something to ask of you. With that announcement, Nozuri just strides in one afternoon. She leans intently over my desk. What is this all of a sudden? Think we should be eating food that'll help us get stronger, right? I patiently waiting for her attempt to explain. Can't help but notice that Ogi is smiling alongside her, clearly enjoying the situation. But we seem to be fine as it's me. That's not what I meant. Don't you think we need something to keep our strength up, considering all the danger ahead? Where's this coming from? She's just skipping a few steps here? If I may rephrase, but plainly, the army of Inahamokoi is going to be expanding shortly, correct? Yes, that's correct. We've already been taking steps to ensure that. Still, there are some obstacles, mainly the fact that this country isn't prepared for war in any other aspect either. And so, surely an appropriate expansion of our available positions will help us prepare for such an eventuality. This is my sister's point. Well, right. Exactly. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying. Those are either ways aside. Your point is that we should try to offer more hearty rations for the sake of our soldiers? Indeed, I dare say so would boost morale too. Ah, I see. Well, it's true having better food will keep morale up. Better meat on the table will do wonders to motivate the soldiers, right? Nozuri smiles triumphantly, having made this bold pronouncement. Translated, that means she wants meat. So your point is that you want to eat meat. What are you talking about? I never said that. We'll see that beans is spelled in a textbook example, really. Nekane breaks the silence with that murmur. Noticing my stare, she glances to me as she speaks again. Unfortunately, I think it may be hard to act on your plan, Nozuri. Oh, was that true? Faced with utter surprise from Nozuri, Nekane continues on to clarify. The people of this country do not typically eat meat on a regular basis. You will find very little meat in our stocks, if any. I see. I was beginning to wonder why all our meals have been so vegetable-centric. But sometimes we do have dried or processed meat. But look, I was thinking it fresh from the forest. I'm thinking we just grill up. We have a whole roast during the festival, but that's still half a year away. A small groan escaped at Nekane's expression, but almost instantly her face brightens once more. Alright, then one thing for it. Let's go hunting. Ogi moves to support Nozuri's fierce confidence with a crisp smile of his own. What a fine idea. Here the mountains nearby are teeming with wild game. Well, if you're that inclined to go, certainly won't stop you. What are you saying, Ushiro? You're coming too. I'm going as well? Naturally, it's a leader's duty to help improve the lives of his people, and we'll need to make sure we provide for everyone, of course. Nozuri straightens, prepared for another bold declaration. Been thinking, and ever since we stumbled onto this country, it's always been the citizens taking care of us. As the noble leader of the Nozuri thieves, I, Nozuri, must repay their kindness. With my glorious bow in hand, I shall bring life and flavor to the dinner tables of the public. I see. This is all you saw of her. It would seem pretty noble, but I'm pretty sure it's all so she can eat whatever she likes. It's skill enough in and of itself to make a wind sound like lofty ambitions. That settles it. Let's go, Ushiro. Saying that, Nozuri grabs my arm and tries to hold me up. Wait, hold on. I've never gone hunting in my life here. It's gonna end here, they know it. There's no way I can get out of it now. Do I have any good justification for refusing? Master? As I look around, I lock eyes with twins. They lean forward wanting to say something. No, it's fine. You two stay here. Hurley stopped the two. by me asking for a favor here. I know there doesn't demand compensation.
でしたら
Gotta extend an invitation to some of the others then. The more hunters are field, the more prizes will catch him.
効率的です。
Turn towards Nekane in desperation, but she only shakes her head.
これは久々に
Finally, a test of my real skills. I should get back to work. She's abandoning me. Thought I could wiggle out of it with Nekane's help.
ごまかし学校ではそう
There's gotta be one long day on my stomach.
一日になりそうだ。
A fine day for hunting.
そうですね。
Indubitably, sister. Satisfied, Nozuri looks up to the clear blue sky above. Perfect weather for a trek through the mountain range. Apologize, Kiru, for dragging you into this.
ああいえ
Oh no, I'm happy to be
いただい
invited.
て嬉しかったです
It's been a while, so I wasn't sure how well I'd do.
少し心配
I
で
read a
す
humble one. Kiru smiled softly, a tinge of nervousness in its expression. Well, this being my first hunt ever, I'm dealing with more than just a tinge of nervousness. Seriously, what do I do? Oh, look at you. You're all tense, Kiri. Want me to soften you up a little?
いえ結構
No, that's alright. The prospect is a little scary.
そうけ
Really? You don't have to be too humble?
しなくてもええ
Atui smiles, unfazed by Kuru's refusal. The two of them make up the final additions to our hunting party.
ルルテ
I want Relutier to come pick a break with us, but the princess still needs someone to take care of her. Well, fire is plenty, I guess.
十分では
Nozuri and Ogre used to live in the mountains area, and Kiri was a local boy. Yes, he was rusty, but Kiri seems pretty well versed in the whole hunting thing. I remember when I invited him, seeing how quick and practiced his preparations were. Tui's used to being out in nature herself. Though admittedly, a very different kind, which means I'm the weak link here.
どうかしたのですか兄上
Doesn't matter, brother. No, it's nothing.
でもない
Gave Kiri a smile, hoping to assuage his concerns. In that moment, though, Nozuri stops, narrowing her eyes as she stares ahead. Little motion, she raises a bow, centers on a target, and fires off an arrow. Even I can see there is not a single wasted movement. Arrow flies through the trees in a smooth arc and strikes the creature in an instant. That should do it.
へ
Oh, you really are good. Ah, 4 marks. Ooh, 4 marks for style. Kiru and Atui nod sight, marveling at her graceful movement. Prey in hand, Nozuri straightens a roguish grin.
このまま片付け
Looks
て
like
も
I'm
らおう
going to win.
なんやの
What? Win?
Huh?
Oh, right, sorry, I forgot.
姉上は
Her sister has a habit of introducing a wager to her hunting trips.
その方が
That adds a little more to the excitement to it, and we just end up with more catches. Putting a bet on it is just an efficient thing to do.
あ
Oh, we used to do
あ
that too.
そういうの
Kiru seems interested in the prospect, until he turns to me, a thoughtful look in her eyes.
うーん
Is this a contest now? No, I've heard nothing about this.
というか
Isn't helping my confidence here. I don't know if I could hit.
二人どころか
I don't know that I could hit a broadside of a castle, let alone a moving target. Nozuri grins shyly, oblivious to my panic.
どうだ
How about it? We got a big enough groove here. Celeste, why don't we make this interesting? Ooh, sounds like fun. What are we betting?
そうだ
How
な
about your finest
と
drink?
っておきの一
If
本
I'm being honest, I managed to get a good aged bottle just the other day. Atui's eyes gleam.
それは
But I had a lovely idea. I got them one of my special drinks in too. Proper fancy from overseas.
お
Ooh, must be hard to get your hands on.
その代わ
But
り
the taste is always worth it, that?
こいつら
They're completely into this.
とはいえ
Still, from the sound of it, I might not be safe.
話の流れからして
Or I may be safe.
自分は
Let's have a relief. As if he had been waiting for the perfect moment. Ogi glances at me with a fresh smile.
とっておきの一
As long as we're divulging secret stashes, I've seen Oshtor has a fine drink concealed in his
部
room.
屋の棚の
Quite an expensive brand,
な
too.
かなかの名刺
Girls turn on me, lining up with Ono with a predatory glee.
お
Oh, glad to hear it. So you had a little treat tucked away after all. Hold on.
あれは接待用に奮発させ
I only bought expensive shit like that in case we had guests. Damn it. How did we know? What did he
それで
know?
は一番大きな
So then, I presume the winner is the one who hunts the largest individual game? Oh, he continues on his own pace. Apparently content that the stakes have been settled for my despair, and now moving on to the rules.
ええな
Sounds good. Better than poking a small fry all day. No objections here. The two look even more ready and willing.
では
Well then, let the games begin! Okay.
まあま
Well, come on now. There's no harm in these little diversions every once in a while. Indeed, it sounds like fun. Even under the most acidic glare I can muster, he seems completely unruffled. Did that on purpose. I know it.
のすり旅団
I'll show you what the head of Nozuri thieves can really do.
そんな
You think that'll be that easy, pet? After trading glances, Nozuri and Atui vanish into the forest. I call out their names, but they show no signs of stopping. Seems the game has
あ
begun.
の
Are we participating in this too? Don't ask me. Sucks so much for that liquor.
まあこち
Well,
ら
I
は
think we
こ
can
ちら
afford to
で
take a
のんびり
leisurely pace. From the looks of them, we're well supplied even if we three came up empty-handed. You can afford it, but I'm going to lose.
大損決定だがな
Olga gives me a serene smile as a response to my internal limit.
とにかく
I suppose we should get started?
So,
Yes, let's. I'm gonna have my sister suspect me of slacking off after all.
なんですので
Despite his words, Ogi is taking his sweet time preparing. He moves incredibly slowly. I know it has to be deliberate. Well, outside, I start preparing myself. With my fingers on the string, I notch an arrow, as I notice a co-pour in the push-up nearby. Take aim, release the string. The arrow zings through the air in a flash and tunks in a nearby tree. Well, that's about what I expected, but behind me, as I expected, Kiro looks completely flabbergasted. Brother, are you not feeling well? His voice carries no suspicion. He just seems utterly baffled. Should I make up an excuse? Or what can I even say? Now that I think about it, you've always been skilled in many disciplines, but you did say you had no affinity for the bow. Yes, and it's been quite some time since I last used one. I latched on to Kiru's excuse. Thought he might find me out the moment there. But I look to get away with being a poor shot. Thank Kiru from my heart. I ready my bow once more. Ogi looks at me with a satisfied expression, nodding to himself. Team victory is win our grasp. Yeah, maybe, but I'm not just gonna let you. Aim for the Kopor again. Come on, I was actually focused for that shot. See Ogi back from another Kopor before I realized that he can get a lot of them. Kiryu doesn't have that many, but he's also shooting birds out of the sky too. Okay, he hit so many tiny targets. Distracted by the other two, I'm jolted by my musing by a large thud in front of me. Yeah, well, behind me. I turn around. The sight renders me speechless. What? A giant boar, by about the size of my body, slumps down, already dead, with a single arrow in its head. Not a bad catch if I do say so myself. Nother emerges from behind us, smug smile in her face. There's game this big in these mountains? Kiryu and Ogi wander off to look for more quarry come this way. Wow, you managed that in a short time? As expected, dear sister, your senses are sharp as ever. Well, you know, all in a day's work. Judging by the conversation sounds like this is business as usual, but Nozoru's smirking a little too proudly for that. Oshito, you haven't got anything yet? Well, I have never been good with a bow. Oh really? I'm surprised. Not a man of your caliber. Even I cannot master every weapon in existence. Alright, I'll teach you. No, you needn't go in so much trouble. Don't be so humble. For archery, you'll do so much better if you have a good teacher. Without waiting for a response, she sides around me, reaching forward and grabbing my arms and almost hugged from behind. Whoa! First, you need to work on your aim. Keep your body straight like this, and so the lecture begins. Not bad advice. Her coaching is pretty thorough, and she's fixing problems in my stance, but totally natural, but she's kind of squishing against me. Feel Nozoru's ample chest pressing out against my back. Good thing you came to me. I can see all kinds of bad habits in your stance. That's probably because you're almost on top of me. I appreciate that she's willing to teach me, but if anything, does make it harder to concentrate. Elbow straight, arms level, like that. Adjust your aim like this. See the arc of the arrow in your head, then shoot. It's like I figured the arrow doesn't even come close to the mark. Seeing that, Nozoru appears even closer. The stance is off again. You need to stand up a little straighter. Of course, as she gets more and more hands-on, I find it harder and harder to absorb the lesson. This is a real problem. After noticing my situation, Ogi watches us with a faint smile. I better not be getting a kick out of this. I order my thigh and release the arrow. This back and forth of failure and correction go on for some time until I finally get lucky and hit the target. Nozoru nods, satisfied. Just remember what I taught you, and train every day. Your help is much appreciated. Managed to get that out and finally escape from her hold. Well, you guys look like you're having fun. Atari, sorry, but I have to match in the battle. What the? As Nozoru turns to Atari, her eyes widen in shock. Her reaction pretty much speaks for the rest of us. What is this? What do you mean? It's my catch. Speaks with the same sunny confidence, but I'm pretty sure we're all thinking the same thing. Sure, but Katsua? The giant Karakasua over her shoulder, easily twice as big as she is, even ignoring its tentacles. It's the giant and biggest game here, but so you got a squid. Where did you get that? There is a lake nearby, but that's definitely not a freshwater creature. Guess I went then, huh? Well, splat, Atui casually tosses her prize catch to the ground, ignoring my question. Amazing, you don't see them this size very often. Hello, are you okay with this? Sure, it's big, but isn't there a more important question here? Besides, can you really call that hunting? That's fishing. I sincerely doubt you used a bow for this. Wasn't there wasn't anything in the rules about fishing or bows, really. Well, that may be true, but are you guys actually gonna eat this thing? Why not? It's delicious. Lower my gaze to her catch, the Karakatsua, still flopping around and convulsing on the ground. Talk about a close encounter. What exactly is a... Hold on. See. Okay. Nope, do not have it. For a moment, I feel it locks eyes with me, and I quickly look away. But others don't seem to mind. They treat it as any other big game. Must be difficult to gut, being this big. Well, they say it's the biggest surprise of the day. Looks like I lose this time. A good woman gracefully celebrates her opponent's victories. Thanks, everybody!
ありがとな。
Outside, watching the others chat about their respective catches. Well, if everyone else is cool with it, then I guess I am too. Not completely on board, but oh well. Still, does mean I'm the only one empty-handed. Not a great feeling, so I had to bring something back. Suddenly, I see a small silhouette dash right past me. A Leonard Copor by the looks of it. Ooh, gotcha. Doing out of the conversation, focusing aiming my bow. Miraculously, the arrow flies in a perfect arc. Follows past my eyes, hoping for a spark of hope. Flies straight towards the Copor and sinks into the beast behind it. A predator that was hunting the Copor itself. Beast howls in pain, began furiously charging this way. What? Hey! Begin running as I see the beast begin its mad dash. Wah! Watching odds, the giant beast charged towards me, trampling the underbrush and bodily knocking down the other smaller trees in his path. This thing's fast. Frantically I try to escape, I hear some amused voices from around me. Brother? Oh, the guardian of the forest itself! You said you weren't good at the Bowish tour, but you certainly had an eye for the most glorious prey. I see. Perhaps he intends to demonstrate that even when a weapon he disdains, he still has a force that he's to be reckoned with. Oh, Story, you really don't like to lose, do you? Oh, hell no. Hurry up and help me. Whoa! Desperate, I leaped aside to avoid the beast's attack, with a good-natured cheering behind me, entirely inappropriate for the situation. Oh, not the man. Even in loss, he shows how his spirit still burns. How do you reach that conclusion? I suppose it's best we don't interfere then. You're right, I'm sure my brother can handle that easily. Keep it up! Don't just stand there and watching. Help me! Last I yell internally, can't catch my breath long enough to get the words out. And so the deadly chase lasts all night and becomes gradually a favorite story to be told around the dinner table back home. Damn. There are more gaps than I'm comfortable with. Looking at the map of Enkamoi, I check our defenses. The front castle wall is tall and thick, but the rest of the country relies on only the surrounding mountains for defenses. Defense both poorly maintained and full of holes. Fortunately, it doesn't look like the enemy has noticed those undefended points yet. Still, we can imagine it's only a matter of time. But we do not have enough workers or funds available to fix the wall. The country's financial situation is tough enough as it is. If we devote too much to military costs, the people will fall into poverty. Even if we try to start a new industry, there's no citizen here rich enough to fund it. I propose we seek aid from another country. But you mustn't. You still need to rest. I feel fine now. You need to treat me like some kind of invalid. But I hear rancous conversation nearby, along with footsteps drawing closer. That voice. It's her. The sliding door slams open. Haku! I demand to know where Haku is! She stomps in, Nozari and Relutier trailing behind her. He never visited me. Not once! Call him out, here. I will punish him myself. Your Highness. Ah, girl! She's back! She turns red as she finally realizes. Hey, if you're here, then announce yourself! I apologize. You entered the room before I could warn you. It brings me great joy to see you well again, but you are still recovering. Please remember to take good care of yourself. Thanks to Quan's medicine, Anju recovered at an incredible pace. Still, isn't this a bit too fast? Seems even more energetic than before. Perhaps that's being too picky. Anyway, it's about Haku. Where is Haku? On with Tamarin? Now one person there is replying. I understand. He's preparing another one of his little confections to celebrate my recovery? I see. Yes, well, under the circumstances, I suppose I could forgive him. His creations are quite tasty after all. What's wrong? Summon Haku as one. The silence persists. Anju doesn't seem to realize why. What now? Was I unclear? I demand Haku bear me an apology this is dessert. Oh, sweet summer child. Relutier, you helped out, right? I know. Oh. Lute turns her face away, avoiding Anju's innocent stare. Sir, Haku is... Lute breaks down, tears streaming down her face. What's wrong, Lute? Did I ruin the surprise?
世を驚かせようと秘密にしていたのか
Seeing the two struggle, Nekone looks to me with a troubled expression. Yeah, I know. She needs to hear from me, otherwise the princess will be stuck in the past. Your Highness, there is something you must know. Today my posture, back rigid, but Anju draws closer, giving me an expectant look. What is it? Are you finally gonna call Haku now? Trying to escape from the Imperial capital. Haku fought alongside me against General Rai, who managed to defeat him, but Haku perished. My phrasing is blunt, but there is no chance of her misunderstanding me now. For a moment, Anju's innocent smile remains fixed in place. A silence fills the room. Your Highness! Anju limply falls backward, but Nozuri catches her just in time. Huh? Haku is... Falls out of name. You lie. He was weak and uncouth, but he was not a man to die so easily. No matter the situation, he will always come out smiling. Look, the twins are right there. They never leave his side. The twins bow their head to Anju, faces serene and blank. We obey his final words. We will serve Oshtor as our new master and help your highness. No words can convey an apology great enough. If only I had not fallen into that situation. Each word is like a knife to my own heart. I thought I finally left some of this pain behind. Why did no one tell me? That makes me a fool who doesn't even mourn the loss of her vassals. Your Highness, you were ill. We could not imagine what effect the news could have had on your health. You have a kind and sensitive heart. I know you will have lamented Haku's death, and your condition would have grown worse. But Haku died protecting me. I accept the blame. It is rightfully mine. However, I know that Haku's dear wish was that your Highness would one day be able to smile again. If you were here right now to see your Highness safe and well, I'm sure he would be overjoyed. If you were bidden farewell, do not do so with tears, but with a smile. Please, for Haku's sake. Isn't that right, Oshito? For Haku's sake. Yes, yes, you are right. She repeats my words to herself, wiping her tears on her sleeves. Haku saved me. Without him, I would not be here. If only I sat here weeping, he would surely think I was not worth saving. I must rejoice for the life Haku saves. Yes, you speak truth. I've caused you all such worry, but I'm fine now. She speaks with newfound firmness, but we can tell she's keeping her emotions in. For the sake of assuming her role as princess, she's hanging as best as she can. Now then, time has come for our declaration of right. Declaration? Isn't it obvious? We must proclaim that I am the true successor to the Mikado. That is. What's wrong? What's the problem is there? As Kira reported, an imposter princess has already declared herself the true successor to the throne. Remember too, that order has been restored in the Imperial capital. With the disparity of our military powers, even if the declaration comes from your Highness, it will be laughed off and dismissed. What? You say that I'll become a laughingstock? The mastermind behind this conspiracy was able to prepare a double to replace your Highness. For now, the truth bends to their whim. It will be easy for the mastermind to have me killed and spread news that I was a traitor seeking to seize power of an imposter princess. Without power to defend it, even the truth can be crushed. She bites her lip, confronted with the reality of the situation. Then what can I do? Do you mean for me to simply stay here for the rest of my life? That is indeed one option. That clearly catches her off guard. She urges me onward, not sure of my meaning. If you remain silent and choose to live in hiding, you could do so. The court could hardly let you hunt down a single individual, large as Yamato is. Considering the extraveness of your illness up until now, it would be an easy thing to feign your death. Your safety would be ensured. Of course, I will never do anything so soil as to abandon you. Even should you choose to cast out the burdens of your bloodline and live here in hiding, I shall continue to serve you. However, if you do decide to proclaim yourself the rightful princess, know that from this point on, you walk a path of carnage. Those who dare steal the throne of the Mikado will surely not let such bold statements pass. Thus, the word you walk from this point will be stained with the blood of traitors, the blood of those we must strike down. They count some of the 8 pillar generals among their number. They will be powerful foes indeed. All we have here are the survivors of my elite, and frail soldiers whose only experience of war is in stories. If we fight a true battle, no. It will hardly even be a battle. On top of that, regardless of which princess is legitimate, their citizens will resent anything that threatens to change the peaceful lives they know. Ultimately, they may rise to oppose you as well. Your soldiers will be cut down one after another. By the end of this war, blood will be on all our hands. Countless lives hang in the balance of your decree. Are you prepared to command their end? Feels more like a warning than a summary, but it's all harsh truth. I can't let myself sugarcoat any of this. Everyone remains silent. But can I help her make this decision? The only one who could determine Anju's fate is Anju herself. After several moments, action stopped. Anju lifts her head to terminally face me. I. She shakes her head. You say all this, but I don't know. I have no great desire for the title of Mikado, but I have nothing else left. Of all that my father left me, of all his gifts, the only thing I have left is my own form. And now they would take that from me too? No. Anything but that. Anju trembles, her tears leave faint trails down her cheek. Is it truly so selfish? To want to take back what my father left me? Is that being selfish? Then give your order. My duty is to obey your word. If it's for the sake of Her Highness, I will gladly drench myself in the blood of your enemies. I kneel before her and bow my head deeply. I hereby pledge my loyalty to Her Highness, Princess Anju. I shall be with Princess Anju until the end. Notary, Nekone, and Relute follow suit. You 3. Are you sure? Are you certain? Please, Your Highness, wipe your tears away. Here, Princess Anju. Relute takes out a handkerchief, gladly helping to dry the princess's tears. I understand. I am Anju, the only child of the Mikado, and his successor, the divine Scion Anju. Let the world hear my name. This is an imperial order. As you wish, my liege. Until the day we take back Yamato, I shall stand by your side. I bow my head deeply. Everyone gathers in front of Anju. Feel the ripples spreading outward from my gathering, political ripples that may grow strong enough to move nations. And so they shall surge until the day Anju sits once again on the throne of Yamato. Till the day Anju truly becomes my liege. That's right. And when that day comes... What? Mikitsuchi's eyes widen and the news whispers into his ear. So, you chose to stand. If you had chosen obscurity, you could have lived the rest of your life in peace. But I can only thank you. And so it begins. That base boy Oshtor couldn't just lay down and die, could you? Your Highness, I'm glad you are safe. But now Yamato will be consumed by the fires of war. Why did you choose this? The Mikado still lived. Surely his only wish would be for you to live in peace, even if you must sacrifice everything else. Her Highness? But Her Highness is... What's the meaning of this? What a mess. This whole sorry affair just got a lot more complicated. Ulutier. So you raised your flag, Oshtor. You fulfilled your vow to the Mikado. Then I too have my own vow to keep. But if this plays out right, it could be the perfect chance. Times of chaos call for heroes to set it right, and so a new era will begin. We must watch carefully. The two princesses... No, Lord Oshtor and Lord Raiko. So long as both their allegiance claim to be the true princess, there will be no stopping it. Yamato will be torn in two. Those who have yet to observe from afar will be forced to choose a side. And when that happens, Yamato will be. Did you hear about that declaration? And that's a pretty good place to stop. I'll continue this next time. Now, thanks for hanging in there for as long as you could, and for watching. Anybody else who's watching, thank you so much for keeping up the series. Hopefully this was entertaining enough for you to watch. I had the rest of the series up on YouTube. And yeah, to anybody still watching, thank you so much for watching. Have a good night, everyone.